All right, greetings, adventurers, and thank you for joining us tonight for the first episode of our brand new persistent long-term campaign here on GrowedUpGeek Gaming. I am your host and Dungeon Master Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social media. If you like what we do here, really consider giving us a follow, like, subscribe, whatever it is that shows your affirmation for what we do. If you want to follow us here on Twitch, it's the best way to keep up with all of our shows. And if you really like what we do here, would really appreciate the sub. All Amazon Prime members get one free subscription. So give me Jeff Bezos's money. We're back for our second campaign. We did Rime of the Frostmaiden first. We had such a great time together that we have decided to stick around, and we're going to do a second campaign. So tonight we present our first episode of Eberron Tranquility's Twilight basic training. Before we do that, let us meet the same fantastic cast, but with brand new characters this evening. So this will be a great time for everybody. And let us start with our international correspondent, this time on the other border, usually in Canada, today in Mexico. Dustin, why don't you start us off and tell us about Seven?
So, my name is Dustin. I'm playing a Scourge Asmar. I am a Celestial Warlock. And his name is Subject 7, or 7. And he is sort of a tall, like 6'4", very lanky individual. He has many scars on his face. He actually usually wears a mask to cover his face in general public discourse. And he carries a cryptic look and a heavy weight on his shoulders, but he looks tough and he doesn't take shit from nobody.
Quite the departure from Dustin's pacifist cleric for most of our last campaign, 30 episodes.
Most.
I think everybody's playing somebody so much different than the previous campaign. This part's the really exciting part for me. So, all right, Dustin, I can't wait to see it. Let us go upstairs to Lewis. Played Balder the monk in the last campaign and is now playing Vincent. Tell us about him.
Lewis playing Vincent this evening, who is a fighter with aspirations of grandeur, as you say. Would really like to kind of go down in Eberron history, as they say. But, life has a funny way of stepping in on some of those things, as everybody knows. So you never know what'll happen.
All right. Awesome. Another exciting character that I can't wait. All right, now let us go down to our resident gnome from the last campaign, really stretching his legs for this one. Haha, because you're short. Landon, this time tell us about Kai and how he's different from Oren.
So I do want to say I'm short and raw life, so I always play gnomes and dwarves. It's part of
you got
me.
The beard, so campaign 3, dwarf, got it.
Yeah, I was actually strongly considering a dwarf for this one, but I am playing Kai this evening. He's different from Oren in the fact that while Oren was optimistic and always ready for adventure, Kai is a lot older. Oren was like 40 years old, which is like 20 in gnome years. Kai is 196. He's older. He was an adult when the last war began, and he saw it from start to finish. He has seen the many atrocities that has happened and the suffering of all people. So he is a lot more, I wouldn't say pessimistic, but he's more realistic. He doesn't think everyone is good, and he doesn't trust people in general. He is a wizard. who studied in a special place that is a secret, and he's ready for this adventure. He's super excited. Not like Oren, but he is excited.
A different kind of excited. All right, awesome.
Different kind of excited.
And last and not least, we had our resident citizen of Icewind Dale, the lizard folk barbarian Chituli. Today, Tenta, you will be playing Amano. Go ahead and tell us about her.
I'm Tenta, once a barbarian, now a soul knife. Amano is a notorious Damphir sky pirate and is not very happy at her current situation. Her ambitions are to reconnect with her shipmates and her ship in general, and maybe get revenge on some people who haven't been treating her well lately, or at least up to her standards, which are remarkably high.
I've got standards, y'all. All right, so that is our amazing cast. Their newest characters that I'm so excited to see. That who knows what's going to happen. All right, so once again, I am Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social media. I will be your dungeon master this evening for this brand new campaign set in Eberron. And now, without further ado, we present episode 1 of Eberron Tranquility's Twilight, titled Basic Training. It is the year 999 YK. 3 years have passed since the Treaty of Thronehold ended 100 years of fighting in what has become known as the Last War. The century-long War of Succession amongst rival kingdoms, headed by members of the House Irwinarn, has led to a fractured continent made up of 13 recognized nations, as well as some unrecognized ones. This war affected every nation and citizen of Corvair, its impact still being felt to this very day. 5 years after the cataclysmic events dubbed the Morning, the utterly destroyed nation of Seir, a tentative peace holds throughout the land. With no clear winner of the war ever determined or declared, many believe the peace to be temporary. Old grudges and hostilities that boiled out in all-out war cannot be calmed in but a few years. Two of the most common refrains amongst the people are to have peace, you must prepare for war, as well as the last war has ended, will another begin. The Kingdom of Brelish believes in both these sayings and embodies them. At the King's Citadel, the royal family's paramilitary and police organization, entirely separate from the Brelish army, a new batch of recruits have been drilling and training for months now. Today, they are set to graduate. They are all not here for king and country. Braylen, a reflection of their beloved warrior, King Borinel Irwinarn, has instituted mandatory military service for all able-bodied citizens. So while some amongst them may wish to serve their king, some simply want to make it through their service and get out alive. Something is coming, and everyone here in the King's Citadel is going to play a part, whether they want to or not. It's a warm winter morning, the 12th of Olaroon, our equivalent of February, in the central yard of the King's Citadel. The newest batch of recruits, totaling nearly 400, has drilled and learned both together and separately since before the new year, one that many in Corvair will claim will be an amazing last year before the arrival of the year 1000 YK. These recruits from all walks of life and with completely different agendas have grown from rough around the edges commoners to, in some cases, proficient weapons of war for their kingdom. After months of finding out what they were made of The day they've been waiting for has finally arrived. It's graduation day. Today, these recruits will be finding out where they will be assigned within the Brelish military. Due to the varying range of abilities, some may perhaps even go on to distinguished careers in service of their king. Let us meet a few of them now. You all stand in the central kind of yard of the King's Citadel, a subsection of the capital city of Rote, in which the King's private military and paramilitary police service is trained, some to go on to careers in the Brelish army, others for more specialized pursuits as dictated by His Majesty. As you stand there amongst people of similar skill sets amongst you, your more kind of wizardy types kind of clumped together, those with patrons together, the more marshals together, and then some of the in-between classes also drilling together. So as you stand there at attention, waiting, as is the way of the King's Citadel, let's check in with some of our players. Amano, give us a physical description, how you've been doing with basic training, and what sort of assignment you're hoping to get within the military today.
So Amano is 5'6", 130 pounds. She has very, very ivory white skin and hair to match. Really angry, malevolent green eyes. And she's standing there in an oversized uniform because they told her they didn't have her size, which she knows is a slight. And she's hoping for a command position, as she's used to being the captain.
Okay. How have you been doing with basic training? Been kind of following the rules or slightly rebellious throughout this kind of a little more structured kind of lifestyle than she's used to?
I've been enjoying sneaking out at night, and I've been enjoying scoffing under my breath at every command that I've given, though I do them all and I do them with proficiency. So my complaints are kept internal.
Okay. All right. Very good. Vincent, same deal. Character intro, like physical description, what you've been getting up to during basic training, how you've been taking it, and what sort of assignment are you hoping for today?
So Vincent is human. He's about 6 foot, 6'1". He has been trying to fly under the radar as much as possible. Not being from Breland, he just wishes to finish his conscription as fast as possible and just get out as soon as possible, because he has things and that just he can't be held up for.
Getting the service out of the way. All right. What kind of assignment you hoping for?
Anything really. I wish, just to, get out as fast as possible. So any assignment that can get me out as faster, I'm all for it.
All right. They're all the same. I just want to get through it. Got it. All right. Kai, you've been amongst kind of the more casters of them. You've seen some impressive, some, hacks, essentially. Give me a physical description, how you've been doing with basic training, whether, kind of comes as second nature, or whether you're slightly rebellious like Amano, and then what sort of assignment you're hoping for today and graduation day.
Yeah, so Kai would have generally followed the rules. He has claimed to be a refugee from the war, and so when he was conscripted in, he really just wanted to make sure that his service wasn't extended by any time. So he has done everything the way he's supposed to. What he has done is he's taken notes on various individuals. He's been studying everyone, all the recruits, because he knows that if he is with a party that he can't trust to have his back, then bad things may have to befall those people to make sure he gets assigned to a group that deserves his capabilities. So he's sitting there just hoping for a positive outlook because he doesn't want to have to go through the hassle of getting a new team.
Okay. Rigging the fantasy draft. Got it.
Now, and the assignments he hopes for would be anything including combating, I guess, corruption or certain crime lords, I suppose.
Okay. And last, not least, 7. You find yourself here under the control of the Brelish military, surely not here of your own volition. How have you been dealing with basic training, and what sort of assignment are you hoping for today?
Yeah, for basic training, this is all it's things I've been through before. If anything, I kind of look at the people around me as a bit weak because I've been exposed to much worse. I basically, everything that I've been done and told to do throughout training, I've excelled at, and with an unusual proficiency. In fact, sometimes it seems like I excelled because other people failed instead. Almost like maybe I was rigging the game. Honestly, I'm here because I have to be, and really deep down, I'm following my own personal goals. And for the moment, they seem to align with what's going on here, but I may or may not stick around, depending on whether or not I'm being told that that's what I should do. So what I don't care what I get assigned to. I'm following a preordained path that I don't really seem to think I have control over.
All right. Amano, Kai, 7, Vincent, you stand in the same yard you've stood in every day. The King's Citadel has been your home for these last few months. Its stone-high walls, intimidating Citadel Tower, from which the commanding officers decide the fates of all of those under their command. You've grown quite a bit in skill, whether you have joined willingly or due to Breland's mandatory military service. It is believed by most of your instructors that you will indeed be great value to His Majesty King Borneo. As you stand there at attention, facing you in their royal blue dress uniforms, those same instructors and officers, the people that have guided you, pushed you, and made you to be the best versions of yourself that you can be. You feel the most powerful you've ever felt. For maybe the first time ever, you feel as if the things you always wish you could achieve are finally within your grasp. You now have the power to make these personal goals a reality. And you owe a large part of it, of that feeling and this sense of power, to these fine officers of both the Brelish military and the King's personal paramilitary organization, the King's Citadel. Most of the people who train with you will end up in very mediocre roles within the larger Brelish military, while a few, the ones you've seen in training, the ones who are impressive, powerful, and driven, will go on to special assignments. The officers all stand at attention facing towards the pack of recruits, the morning sun shining in their eyes to your backs. So they all appear to be squinting. Hard to be dignified while kind of squinting in the sun. Looking less powerful and imposing as they've been these last months when they were strictly in charge as overlords and teachers. As you stand there and the officers stand squinting, facing you, from the back of the stage, a perfectly articulated and projected command can be heard. Attention and all hail, Commander Cor Earwinarn of the King's Citadel, Prince of Breland. All hail, all hail, all hail, the recruits and officers yell in perfect unison. As those in the yard greet their commander, a large human man, sandy blonde hair, tight cropped beard, his left eye cloudy from an old wound that also left the left side of his face scarred, strides confidently in his glimmering plate armor inlaid with patches of Brelish blue as he makes his way to the podium.
And what was his name again?
Commander Cor. K-O-R. And
Awesome.
there he is up in stream, looking all magnificent and powerful like. Following closely behind the commander appears to be a wizard of some sort, appearing as if he was casting a spell that just took hold just as Commander Cor opened his mouth, his voice booming perfectly clear throughout the entire complex, louder than anyone could possibly be. But with this being Corvair, there is magic everywhere and serving all purposes. Commander Cor raises his hand in an effort to calm the officers and true believers from continuing to repeat, all hail, all hail, all hail. The love the people show for their prince and commander is commendable. The commander begins. You have all arrived here a few months ago. Some of you barely able to swing a sword or cast the most basic of spells. Today you leave here part of the greatest fighting force in all of Corvair. You will all go off in service of King Boronel, scion to Galifar the Great, the warrior king. The victories you will win, the glory you will earn, while great, will all be in service of Breland. Whether you go on to general infantry or to other pursuits, know that you do so with the grace and blessing of both His Majesty and the Brelish people. Now, as your name is called, please fall out for assignment. After a moment, Commander stands there with no scroll and begins rattling off names. The 400 recruits that you've been training with soon dwindle to 300. More names are read and the number drops to 200. Some of the names heard called were nowhere near as proficient in any skill as you were. The numbers remaining in the yard continues to diminish. As you watch recruits whose names have been called, you can see them jumping with excitement at their assignments, as if their dreams had just come true. Others you notice dejected at either an unwanted or non-prestigious assignment. The large gaps in what once tight and evenly spaced formations grow. As the number gets below 100 remaining, there is no one left around you within 30 feet. You all stand there, isolated and exposed. After a few more names are read, you look around and notice that it is you and 31 other recruits still remaining unassigned. The prince remains at the podium, but becomes silent. High in the sky behind him, the unmistakable sight of the royal airship of His Majesty King Boronel begins to descend from the clouds. Bear Force One, as it's known, is the finest airship in all of the land. It is truly befitting of Boronel and one of his favorite ways of traveling. As Commander Kor continues his silence, it becomes apparent that Bear Force One is landing near the King's Citadel. The King has returned to rote. The commander breaks his silence. The generals of the Brelish military thank you for your hard work and diligence in training. Your prowess is unmatched, and they will believe you will have fine careers in service of His Majesty. However, it is also their determination that conscripting you into the general rank and file of the standard Brelish army would be a waste of potential. As he finishes off, another chant, this time amongst just the officers, breaks out. All hail! All hail! This one almost as forceful as when Kor arrived, but somehow with significantly fewer voices. From the same direction in which Kor walked to the stage and podium, another much larger, impressive man. Sandy blonde hair, slightly longer beard, but also bigger and more powerfully built, approaches. King Boronel, the long-reigning monarch, has arrived for your graduation. As the all hail chants continue, Boronel, all smiles, waves his hand, giving a less than honest attempt at silencing his subjects as the cheers wash over the popular sovereign. Silence! He eventually booms through the entire King's Citadel. Suddenly, you could hear a pin drop. I command it, he says in a softer tone, earning a hearty chuckle from the officers remaining. As the last stir subsides, you notice a massive warforged soldier flanking the king, eyes constantly scanning the crowd, keeping a constant mechanical gaze out, always watching, always aware of the king's location. We've shipped off some very capable soldiers to the military, the army, the navy, and the support divisions, the king begins. They do not have what you have. You are the embodiment of this great nation. Spirit of Galifar the Great guides you in your purpose to making this the best Breland it can be. As such, you have all been chosen for special assignment within the King's Citadel, the elite of Breland. A force so impressive, so determined and capable that they fall under the personal command of the king himself. As I read off these names, please report to the commanding officer you are assigned to. The king begins rattling off names. All of these that have been called, you have noticed. They are impressive, some of them quite so. Eventually, all the names are called, but yourself and 3 others. The 4 of you are the only ones who have not had your names called. The following names report to Lieutenant Bera. Bera. 7. Amano, Vincent, and Kai. As your names are finally called, a pink-haired female gnome in diminutive plate armor steps forth, looks you all in the eye. Sorry, it's going to be more like this. Kai looks you in the...
For me.
Yeah, I was saying, looks you in the eye. Everybody else, one of these. Gives you an authoritative head nod. And very fine military precision, turns and begins to walk. Forgot to show the king. Let's do that real quick before we keep going. There's His Majesty the King. And there is his Warforged bodyguard.
Snap.
Let's not pick a fight with that thing.
Yeah,
Throw them up in Discord for me to look at later.
Oh, I'll do them right now, actually. So as she begins walking, after giving you the clear kind of nod, what would you all like to do?
Just two quick things. What was her name again? I assume this is her name, Lieutenant
Bera.
Bera.
Bera?
Bera.
Like a bear and then
Phonetical bear.
Replace switch around the R and the A.
Yeah.
Bera. Yeah.
Like Hera,
Bera?
the Greek character, but with a B.
Bera. Okay. And of the last people that were called, did anyone stand out in particular? Was there, like, obviously, like you implied that some of them, but was there, like, any one or two particular individuals who were particularly notable, rememberable?
Does anybody feel like they were so your basic training has basically been, rogues with rogues, fighters with fighters, wizards together, warlocks together. Do any of you feel like you were clearly and hands down the best amongst your kind of training group?
I mean, I think that I would have been, but there could have been someone better than me.
Okay.
I would never doubt that I'm the best.
Okay.
Kai has a pretty high level of confidence in his abilities. He's never willing to really say he's the best, but he thinks he's the best. You know what I mean?
Also, I'll tell you I'm the best.
All right. Vincent, how about you? Everybody in your class a bunch of bitches, or?
I mean, he wouldn't say it out loud, but he also understands that, without a number 2, the number 1 is just by himself. So, exactly, it's one of those things.
If anyone stood out in particular, I would have, out of caution, taken note of them. That's what I'm more curious about. Is there any particular individual that I should be wary of in our training group?
With everybody's assertion that they just nailed their training, you would most likely have kind of sized everybody up. Kai in particular seems to be kind of his bag. And there would be somebody you would see as close, like a rival, maybe rivaled some of the instructors' attention and maybe their praise. Not enough to affect your, obviously high opinions of yourselves, but enough that somebody else was there and took note. And that one particular person was also of the 32 kind of finalists remaining. And they've all gone on to other assignments.
Were they like a particular class, like, or did they fight in a particular way? Was there a standout?
trying to create like a rival right now?
I'm just curious. I'm just asking. This is the first thing I'm most curious about.
For you, it would be that you saw somebody who you felt like them and their patron were really in a great relationship. They were a Pact of the Fiend warlock. That you
so another warlock.
Yes. Everybody has one of their class in like their training group, that if you guys all thought you were the best, then whoever you thought the number 2 was. They did not, by your estimation, you found, that, hey, that guy's pretty good. They were amongst the 32 remaining.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's all. And the gnome, you said they have pink hair?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we're following them.
Like I said, she has turned and begun to walk. Like I said, after giving you the little kind of, authoritative nod.
So
Sure.
yeah, I would imagine we started following her if we were.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I
last
would.
ones there.
Yeah, I assume so. Okay, so where's she leading us?
Okay.
I quickly size up the other individuals in my group.
Okay. It would just be the 4 of you. A rather seductive rogue, a little sneaky. Somebody who looks to be pretty proficient with a sword. A gnome wizard. I imagine it's pretty obvious what Kai is. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, Kai's spellcasting focus is his book, not just a normal spellcasting focus. So.
Which is the best part.
Is
of wizards.
Yes.
Is our fighter? Is he a beefy person or more like a dexterous person? Is he accurate and skillful, or is he bulky and tough?
Oh.
I think he's occupied.
Vincent, you big and bulky, or are you kind of wiry and like a skills kind of?
Are you dexterous or are you buff, Vincent?
Feels he's more like middle of the road, like
Somewhere in the middle.
No, I mean, it's just, you think, I'm gonna put it like this: you probably might underestimate Vincent.
Okay,
It's one
all
of
right.
those things.
How old?
He's.
How old do you don't like? How old do you look? Not how old are you? Because I'm just
how old
looking
do
at you
I
right now.
look?
Yeah, how old do you look?
Probably early 30s.
Okay, all right. That's good. I gotta ask lots of questions. I don't know anything right now.
No, you're fine.
I can feel you evaluating me, and I turn around and give you a cold glare. I'm kind of banged a little bit.
I didn't ask about you on purpose.
You got my opinion no matter what.
You were described as a seductive-looking woman.
Yes, that's true.
Are we being led to like a fort or a camp, like a tent? Yeah, we just die instantly.
She walks
We
you
walk
through
through
a
the door and
courtyard
get stabbed in the face.
to a carriage house in a part of the Citadel. You've never been in during your time. It's been beyond kind of the boundaries that the recruits have had free reign over.
Sorry, I'm gonna ask a question. Are we like in a castle? Like, are we in a big city fort, or are we like out in the outskirts? Or
you are in like a fortified military installation within the capital city.
Oh, okay. What's the capital?
Wrote. W-R-O-A-T.
Wrote. Okay. I thought, is the capital Sharn, or no? That's
No.
something different.
This is the biggest city.
Okay.
That's just the most popular.
It's just
city.
okay.
It's like New York City.
Okay.
It's not the capital. It's
So
just...
we're yeah, okay. We're in like a big populous city. We're not like out in the middle of
No.
The sticks.
Nowhere.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay. Cool,
yeah,
cool,
you're
cool.
in the
Cool.
you're in the capital. She
We're
walks
getting
you-
taken to like the new. We're getting taken to somewhere special.
See? She walks you through the courtyard to a carriage house in a part of the King's Citadel you've never been in during your time, as your kind of area was very set, and suddenly today, on graduation day, it seems that if some of those kind of restrictions and walls have already begun to come down, having graduated and been given at least assigned to a commanding officer. As you make your way into the carriage house, there's no light except for the light coming in from outside. Once inside, she spins on her heels with exceptional speed. Her small armor and tiny sword, almost comical when contrasted with her position and demeanor. She stares at the four of you intently, snapping to attention and expecting you to do the same. Yeah.
I will stand attention. He is not.
Yeah. I
Okay.
do the thing.
going to- yeah.
Just
Go ahead. Are gnomes common in this part of the
Yes.
world?
yes.
Okay.
Just as she's about to open her mouth, she gives a slight little pause, gathers herself. Hi, I'm Lieutenant Bora, and you have been chosen by Commander Corps in the King's Citadel to be assigned to the King's Shields. Your ability to think on your feet, as well as your physical prowess, shall be in service to the protection of the members of the royal family. This is a very prestigious duty. You must be very honored.
Of course. Of course.
She kind of seems to gather herself as if she's nervous. Okay, very, very good. I'm sorry, this is my first assignment. I was just done being you up until very recently. As you may or may not know, the Princess Bray is getting married in 6 days' time. We've been tasked with traveling to Flamekeep in Thrain and escorting her twin sister, the Princess From, back to the castle in time for the nuptials. Along with the princess, we will be also responsible for the Thranish delegation who will also be attending the royal wedding. The lives of the princess as well as the Thranish delegation are our responsibility. We will do all in our power to make sure they are safe no matter the cost. Is that understood? Is that understood?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Man.
Yes, sir. I don't know how to say.
Are there any questions?
None that I'm gonna ask formally
go ahead.
right now. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I guess I'll. So she's saying that we're escorting the princess or the prince.
The princess,
Princess.
and then
The princess.
and then the delegation from Thrain that will be attending the royal wedding.
Okay, so we're doing we're being told to do escort duty.
Your bodyguards. And
Bodyguards.
You've been assigned to guard the princess in this case, as well as the, kind of delegation from a foreign country. As is customary, you send people to royal events. The Thranish are going to send some people, important ones, and you're responsible for them too.
Okay.
Okay.
I will not say anything.
All right. Well, if there to be no questions, draw your weapon and kneel. Repeat after me. I state your name.
I
I
state your name.
Your name.
She gives.
Like Kai gives a little bit of a chuckle.
She looks at Seven and eyes her sword. Let us try this again. I state your name.
Vincent.
I, Kai.
I'm confused. Do you want me to repeat what you're saying or something different? You have to be specific.
State your name when it comes to I state your name. I state your name.
I, Subject 7.
Pledge from this day until the end of my service.
Pledge from this day.
The day to the end of my service.
Whether
Oh,
it be
boy.
by fulfilling my commitment or by the sword.
Whether
Whether it be
by
fulfilling my
fulfilling
commitment or by the sword.
or by the sword
To
as I hold my spear.
to the protection of House Earwinarn.
The protection of House
Earwine.
Earwine.
And to the preservation
And to the
And
preservation.
to the preservation
and continuation
and continuation
of the royal line of Galifar the Great.
of the royal
line of
Galifar the Great.
Galifar the Great.
Arise, shields of the king. May your duty be uneventful and your watch free of trouble.
Arise, shields of the king.
And I
Oh,
smack
sorry,
him.
you said a lot.
You see me just like reach over and just smack him and just I'd shake my head.
I turn around, snarl, and my eyes glow a bit brighter for a moment.
I almost crack a smile.
Kai pulls out his book and starts taking notes, looking at
hear
Subject
me?
7 as he scribbles notes like a very passive aggressive scribbling of notes.
You ready?
Oh, like-
Are you ready to Yelp review for somebody in your unit?
It is very similar to a Yelp review.
Google review for Subject 7.
She takes a deep breath, kind of gathers herself once again. Now, if there's nothing else, we have a lightning rail to catch. She leads you from the carriage house in the King's Citadel through some corridors before opening up into an exceptionally large train platform. Brelish heraldry and symbolism litter the entire structure as 4 tracks can be boarded from this train platform, most likely the military train platform.
How expensive or how upper class is riding the train? Have I ever even seen one of these before?
You will have seen them.
Have I ridden one through training or anything like that?
They are probably one of the most common forms of travel.
Okay.
It's going to be the equivalent to flying here. It's not so cost prohibitive that nobody does it, but it's not so cheap that everybody.
But not everyone's in first class.
Yeah.
It's not riding a bus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not riding the bus.
Okay,
Like I said,
okay.
it's like flying here, where
But skyships there are holy shit.
Yes, they are only owned by
Okay.
the most rich and powerful. No private enterprise
Like a
owns
cruise
one.
ship here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody owns
Okay.
there's no private ones.
Right.
Mostly military or through the dragon marked house that they fall under their kind of domain.
Dragon mark
Mark.
guilds or whatever. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bear
How
Stat-
far away was it from?
It's about a 10-minute.
I'm just curious.
It's about a 10-minute walk just out the back.
Okay. Cool. Ooh, lightning train.
Suddenly, an unmistakable sound of crackling lightning can be heard in the tunnel, and a bright blue glow can be seen nearing where you are. The lightning rail, the domain of House Orion, speeds towards the platform before effortlessly and gently coming to a complete stop. the sounds of lightning softening, but still present. The door perfectly lined up with where Lieutenant Bora stood, waiting. As the doors open, she gestures for you to enter the train. This is a charter for the Brelish crown, but still under the domain of House Orion. As such, we will not have access to the cockpit. The other 4 cars will be just for the princess, the Thranish delegation, and us. Now, all aboard! And she gestures for you to make your way into the train.
Push my way to the front and walk in all haughtily.
Is the princess on the train
No.
already?
You have to go pick her up.
Okay.
I will kind of take notes of number 1, like escape routes, like where the doors are, and number 2, of where any potential like windows where people could break in.
Okay. You start at the back of the train, and as you enter, Lieutenant Bora is very thorough and shows you all of the 4 train cars that you will have access to as part of just a rudimentary security sweep, just like Kai would like to see for windows, points of entrance, anything that might be helpful in kind of the protection of the princess and the Thranish delegation. From back to front, the cars will be a coach cabin with kind of rough fabric chairs clustered together in groups of 4 with a table. Next would be a lounge car with luxurious leather chairs at tables of 2, a kitchen car, and a crew car where traditionally the service staff of the Lightning Rail would rest or sleep on long voyages. As Lieutenant Boris settles in to the lounge car with its bar and...
Bora or Bera?
Bera. Bora? What did I say? Bera. Yes, sorry. As she settles into the lounge car, grabbing a nice bottle of booze and sitting at one of the very comfortable leather chairs. Unfortunately, His Majesty did not see fit to grant us a staff for our passage. Security reasons, you understand. Despite the kitchen and both bars being stocked, no doubt in hopes that the Thranish delegation will provide for them. I hope you brought some rations. And from the front door, you see a head poke out, very dressed in a very distinguished way. Lots of red in sharp contrast to the kind of blue theme that the Brelish are known for. You would guess to be a member of House Orion, sticking out of the cockpit. She gives them a nod, closes the door. You hear a series of incantations and locks being applied to secure the cockpit, and the train begins to move. Between the coach car, the kitchen, the crew car, or the lounge, where's everybody going to be?
So Kai did not pack rations.
Okay.
So he's gonna go to Vincent because I know we didn't say it earlier. Kai had ran by Vincent before and knows that he likes to cook. And so Kai will go up to Vincent and say, "Hey, so I forgot to bring rations, or I guess I didn't forget. I assumed that they would have food here, or staff. They don't. Could I entrust you to cook something tasty for us? I know you are very capable."
Just like always, everybody expects me to do the fucking cooking for them. They hear that I can cook, and all of a sudden, it's me cooking for everybody. And let me guess, nobody's got any food or any money. Just chip in on this, and it's all on me. Am I right?
Yes, but
Yeah, that's what I
if-
thought.
You can keep your food, human. I don't want it.
Good. Then consider
I'm
yourself
already
not
not
on
there,
any
by the way.
menu I create.
if it helps, I could offer a silver piece.
If you even like hold it up, I'll take it, but it's not one of those things like you'll see the thank from my face. It's almost like a disrespectingly taking the money.
Like he owed it to you for years, and you're finally
Exactly. It basically, yeah.
Kai will
while
see the
they're
one.
all
Oh, sorry.
sorry, while they're all having this conversation, I've left and gone to the kitchen car. Is there anyone in there, like
Nope.
watching it, or nope?
Nope.
Okay, I walk into the kitchen and I start taking some food and just eating.
As
I just like-
You'll see a butcher knife come flying through.
No, you guys
whatever
aren't
window
in the kitchen. You
or
aren't in the kitchen yet. You're not in the kitchen yet. I asked if there was anybody in there. There's nobody in there. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna grab some bread and a piece of meat and I'll throw something in my backpack and I'll just start munching. And then once I've grabbed some stuff, I'll head over to the very far last cart, the one that you said that was like had like 4 chairs, like the coach.
coach seats.
Yeah, and I'll just find a place in the back corner and just munch on some munchies.
Okay. Kai, where are you going to be?
Kai is at least until the food's finished. He's going to sit close because it's not like we have the princess in there anyway. So
Yeah.
Kai isn't.
The only people in the
two-
4 train cars are you 4, Lieutenant Bera, and then the only other person on this train is the conductor, who's sealed in the cockpit.
Yeah, so Kai will just sit closest to the kitchen. He's quite hungry. He can't eat too much, but
You're going to be in the lounge with Bera.
yes.
Okay.
I didn't take anything fancy, by the way. I just took what looked sustainable, and I took that.
I guess I
Not
will be
a-
moving towards the kitchen
Yeah.
if there's whatever car it's in.
That was the third one. Or
Yeah,
like,
It was right in front of us. So
right,
next
yeah,
it
car
would've
been
in
the
front
first
of
one.
us.
Yeah, so like I
Yeah,
said, it
alright.
goes.
So
well, Coach.
So I basically I would have seen 7 exit, and I would have
pretty much, yeah.
just
That,
basically
that.
like followed him out of the car.
To the
I fall.
back to the coach section.
No, to the whatever the kitchen
Okay.
on the.
Called
the
me.
ca-
Where I left.
Okay. And then Amano, where are you?
Is
gonna
there-
be?
Amano is going to follow Vincent into the kitchen and then hop up on one of the counters and just bore a hole in him with her eyes.
Okay.
You said there's nobody on this train. Like when I go through the whole, I don't see anybody.
It's a private charter.
Okay.
For
I'm not trying to make a mess. I just like there was nobody there, so I helped myself, and then all right. And what time of day is it? Like as we're going to the
It's
train
late.
now?
It's late morning by now. After the kind of ceremony, you being assigned, and the train. It's late morning. About to be like afternoon.
And are we just like going through the countryside, or is it a tunnel? or,
As of
like-
right now, it is just the countryside.
Okay. I will be keeping my eyes out amongst the like nature, because I don't really like this train. It's moving too fast.
Okay. Mano in the kitchen, Vincent in the kitchen, Kai and Bera in the lounge, and 7 all the way back in coach. Yeah.
Yep.
For now.
Okay. for the first couple of hours or however long Vincent needs to make a meal, you can go ahead and tell me like how long, how how much effort you're just gonna put into this. Everybody getting some sandwiches, or you
What
really gonna
what do you
Well, it all
what are you
depends,
cooking?
you're really gonna flex
So-
on him?
So it's one of those things. Are we traveling for a while to pick up the princess?
It'll be
or
Oh,
it's
yeah.
3 days.
Is it 3 days nonstop?
It's 3 days to flame keep.
All right, so for the first little while, you're gonna see me start taking inventory of the kitchen. And start looking through cabinets, anything like that. And then I'm also gonna look at Amano, and as she's staring me down, I'm gonna look at her and go, either you're helping or you're moving.
I am observing.
Well, then you're gonna need to move, and you'll see me take out the butcher's knife from my hip, and it'll just kind of slam down on the table next to you.
We're not friends yet.
I will remember that. And I'll stand up and kind of like flick my hair back and walk out of the room.
That's fine. And remember, you don't need any meals from me.
You are a meal. I walk off. I'm gonna go hang out with Kai now.
Okay.
When Kai sees Amano come through the doors, Kai will mention, he will say, I would say something and defend you, but he is making my food, so I hope you understand. I have to take a side on this one. But feel free to sit here with me. It's gonna be a long trip.
Whatever. Enjoy your food. I kind of like slump into the chair next to you and like put my head down and kind of zone out.
As we are on the train, for the few hours, I'm not like super noticeable about it, but I'll just have like a little river rock, and I'll just kind of like twist in my hand, just kind of like,
Like a fidget spinner.
yeah, almost like a fidget spinner. I'll just kind of be looking at it while fidgeting around with it as we travel down.
So after about an hour, is 7 in the lounge car with Amano and Kai?
No, I'm in the coach in the very back. So like not in the fancy place, in the less fancy place.
All right. So you'll see Vincent kind of walk out of the kitchen with an apron tied around over his coat. And you'll see him kind of walk out with a plate, and on it are 2 pastries. And he'll set one down in front of the on a table in front of Kai. If Kai's sitting like I'd imagine he's kind of like sitting in like a chair with like a side table next to him, and then maybe another chair next to him. I'll set down a plate, and I'll look at Kai, and well, I am surprised to see you here, but at the same time, I'm not. You'll find my skills have grown since the last we met. So the pastries are just sort of like any sort of like sweet turnover that I could make in an hour, and it wouldn't take me much, just dough and like any sort of like fruit or anything like that. And there would only be 2 on the plate, and I would look at Kai and I would say, one of these is for you, and one is for the other pack rat, as we say. As I start, you'll see me kind of like look at a list in my hand, just kind of things. The bloodsucker, as I kind of like slowly look over and say, well, I don't have anything on the menu quite yet for her. And then I'll just slowly walk back into the kitchen, and I'll look at Kai, and you'll hear me slowly say, eat it while it's hot. It's better. And if Kai eats it, you, sir, will gain 2 temporary hit points.
Wow. Can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically about Amano. Is her race obvious from looks? And is it uncommon or not socially accepted as a race? Like, basically, are people okay with like a vampire type person?
I'll let Mono. How obvious is it?
Well, I'm ivory white with ivory white hair and
Right.
really pronounced fangs.
You have fangs, like they're really easy to see.
Oh yeah, like my lips are
Okay.
kind of pursed a little bit from trying to like wrap around them. They're
Okay. So you're basically you're obvious as who you are.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I've never really been accepted. And I usually wear a face mask or like a like a face covering kind of a thing to keep it less obvious, and some sort of a hat. But because I'm wearing what the what the uniform is, my face is uncovered and my hair is just in like a big fat bun on top of my head.
Okay.
And then Breland is essentially the most cosmopolitan of all of the nations of Corvair. It is one without, like, it has a predominant race, but not, it's not, homogenous by design. And so there will be people of all lineages and descending from all kinds of things that, just like in New York City, if you see like an 8-foot tall vampire, not that Amano is 8 feet tall, there's a part of you that would just go, well, yeah, it's New York City. I've never seen one, but the fact that it's here doesn't shock me, is kind of the idea of Breland. You may not have ever seen a Dampier before. If you know they exist, seeing one in the context of service to Breland would not be, you're like, well, yeah, of course, of all places that would have one, this would be it.
Okay. But is there any social stigma against those types of people?
Not in Breland. Their, kind of cosmopolitan nature is everybody's kind of whatever, especially if you're into it for the country.
Okay. That's okay. All right. Yeah.
I do want to say, before we move on, I just want to, Kai is going to take a whiff of the pastry, and he'll kind of get a smile to his face as Vincent is walking up and says, "You have improved. After all my travels, I can honestly say this is exquisite," as he starts eating it and gets his 2 temporary hit points. It's pumped about it.
Cool. All right. I mean, it is a rarer race of people, right? Just like my character is also of a rare race of people.
Yes.
Okay.
Not common, but also not unheard of.
Not unheard of, like not non-existent, but like rare.
Yeah. like
Okay,
the,
cool.
the commoners, like the further you get out from, kind of civilization and learning,
The civilization, the less you
they
can
will
see
have
them.
heard about you and they may react in a certain way. Those who
Sure.
don't go to Sharn, don't see the big city, you're going to see something
Yeah.
and just be like, holy shit. But you,
Okay.
yeah, nobody's going to go, what is that? You're going to be like, hey, I've heard of you, whatever.
I mean, I assume most of my life I've mostly seen like 90% humans, some halflings, dwarves, and elves, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So
most likely
outside of now being in Brelin.
Yeah.
Brelin. Yeah. Outside of my time there, I'm sure my regular life was not really exposed to a lot of types of peoples. Okay, cool.
I'm probably the only damn fear in the Brelish.
Probably, yeah.
Out of the 400, anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Vincent takes his time, produces these amazing pastries, which Kai has enjoyed. And the train just speeds along the countryside, just kind of winding its way, for the most part seeming to stay pretty straight in a kind of northeasterly kind of general direction. And
I have another dumb question. Do the lightning trains, do they run like, are they like magnet trains that like float on lightning?
yes.
Or do they have wheels?
No, they
No
float.
wheels. They
Okay.
float. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, that's all.
As it continues, Bera is going to kind of see that everybody's finished eating and take it upon herself to go in the kitchen and clean up. Mostly assuming that Vincent probably didn't leave a messy kitchen. She at least took care of the stuff he served on. Comes back, seemingly full, and kind of slumps in her chair. Well, y'all, it's not going to be till tomorrow before we finally get to our first station. And even then, we're not stopping. So I would recommend just kind of settling in or figuring out some way to pass the time. But it's probably almost 16, 17 hours before we get to see anything else aside from the beautiful Brelish countryside. And she kind of points out just grasslands, the occasional trees. For the most part, you've had water on the west side of the train for a little bit. That seems to have kind of dissipated. And for the most part, it seems as if you're just kind of cruising through essentially flat grasslands. The northern part of Brayland being their kind of agricultural center, where a lot of the foodstuffs and everything that feeds this nation is grown. And the large cities of Rote and Sharn especially are further away to the south. You get out into the parts that are a little more rural and maybe isolated compared to definitely Rote and absolutely Sharn, the bigger kind of cities. Does anybody want to do anything while the next 17 hours go by before a station?
I'm gonna, after I have a snack, and I'm only gonna eat sparingly, and I'm gonna store the rest of my food for later consumption in my pack, trying to be very conservative with how much food I consume. I'm gonna investigate the train. Just like I'm just looking around to see, if there's any flaws in it, if there's any, like, not that I would understand how these things work, but just like I'm keeping a wary eye out for things, and also keeping an eye out in the I guess in the lands that we're passing, to see if I notice anything of interest.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your investigation check.
Wow! Oh boy. Okay.
No pressure.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. I gotta Mm, mm. Skills, investigation. Is that ooh? um, that makes sense. Okay. 13. I rolled good.
Having no real familiarity with being this close to a lightning rail, you see that it seems pretty well built. It kind of has to be for how fast you are cruising, like through the countryside, and also given the fact that the king has trusted his military to pick up his daughter as well as emissaries from a foreign country. You would suppose that this train, if not your average lightning rail train, is maybe perhaps a custom fitted one designed for escorting important people to and from.
Okay. Is there any? It's running on magic. Is there like electricity in the train?
It's an elemental that is the power of the elemental is harnessed to power the train.
Okay. So like, is there lights on in the train? Like when night comes around, is it torches or is it like?
No, it's all magical
glowing
light,
lights?
and yeah, nothing
Okay.
analog. The high magic world, outfitted and used for the purposes of the king. They are not going to traditional fire and torches,
Right.
and the analog equivalents are kind of considered
Barbaric.
yeah,
Oh,
especially for the royal family.
Okay.
It's
Is
one of
there
those things
any?
that's like you will use magic in their presence, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Is there any sort of like magical terminal or like device that, or is that all like hidden away in there?
You don't see anything. Everything else just looks like a traditional kind of passage vehicle. You do know that the cockpit is locked, probably enchanted with some magic, and the family that has domain over all lightning rail travels has one of their own in the cockpit. They're the only people that can operate these machines.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay.
I find the darkest spot on whatever car I can, and then just kind of blend into it and go silent.
Okay. Nobody is in the crew car, which is going to be through the kitchen. At the end is going to be the locked and enchanted door to the cockpit. It's definitely not as nice as all the other rooms. It's very much, obviously, like I said, when this is a regular train, where the servers and the cooks and the bartenders, this is probably the car that they all sleep in communally on long voyages. Nobody's in it, so if you can't really do anything to turn out the lights, it doesn't
I
appear.
can find a good spot though.
Okay.
I don't care if it's dark. I'm just dimmer than everywhere else is good enough for me.
Do we have assigned sleeping quarters, or are we gonna just claim some crew quarters?
Yeah, or the seats in the coach, they're two like side by side table and then two facing them. So most people could sleep across, like laying across both seats. The seats in the lounge are very comfortable, but they're like individual seats. So you just have to get real comfortable like in a chair. And then the crew quarters is legitimately set up, but not as nicely appointed as the other parts of the train. Kai, what are you going to be doing while the kind of train travels and it seems as if Lieutenant Barra is getting ready to go to sleep?
Kai doesn't feel like he needs to do anything at the moment because the delegation and the princess isn't on board. He feels like there's a minimal risk of intruders at the moment.
Okay.
So he is going to just relax at the moment.
All right. As you... and then Vincent, what are you going to do while everybody kind of settles in? Bera having kind of tightened up the kitchen after you...
Apparently, I'm going to be the one working, so I'll be in the kitchen most of the time. Since I know the princess is going to be on this train, I'm going to do everything in my power to make her voyage as pleasant as possible. I understand that this is like a military thing, but I'll do everything in my power to make her feel comfortable. So like I will be going through like inventory and like kitchen and like just seeing like equipment and basically seeing everything I have to work with and starting to do prep work for everything that I'll need to cater to her needs.
Okay.
Tell you what, Kai will see Vincent doing things. He's not going to help, but he will ritually cast Unseen Servant to... he's just going to sit and watch, but he'll just be having the Unseen Servant be doing things to help Vincent. But he's not physically going to help.
I'm going to help you. I'll get you somebody who will, though.
Yeah.
Go help him.
Yeah, that's Kai's attitude. He
So having seen like the like spectral person kind of come into the kitchen, I'll just kind of like point him to the dish pit and just have him just re-scrub everything in this kitchen, like from top to bottom, like he's doing grunt work.
Eventually it grows dark as evening sets in, the train not having stopped at all, and probably about, let's see, a little more than 12 hours into your journey, you're going to see that the tracks kind of veer off. You're going to stay heading almost due east at this point, traveling through the night, and the next day at about the same time that you left Rote in the first place, you're going to come upon a city just to the east of Lake Bray and north of the Seawall Mountains, and a small settlement kind of appears off in the distance with a large central hub where the tracks that you're on will lead to, and splitting off from there in multiple directions. The complex with the train tracks is potentially bigger than the actual town itself, as this town appears to be nothing more than a junction of a few lightning rail lines and exists only in service of that. And as you get closer, the town becomes less and less impressive as the essentially train station becomes more and more so, and the train begins to slow down just as you enter the station, making its way through, kind of stopping for a minute, getting realigned on tracks, pausing as the lines get switched over. Eventually you start moving again, this time faster and faster, until you're clear of the station and once again out in the open countryside, flying again at high speeds once again. After a few more hours, another small town This one, the train station, very small. The town almost looks abandoned, as your geographic sense is going to tell you that you're approaching the frontier of Brayland, where it starts to butt up against other nations, and where places that may have been real grounds for fighting during the last war probably took place. Vatharond is a horribly run-down, dilapidated, still destroyed, most likely from the war, town. As you get closer, you make your way through, you see movement out in the streets. You're not sure if it's human or humanoid, but there are definitely things moving, scratching, tearing, just kind of making their way roughshod through this town, paying absolutely no mind as your train goes flying through. This time, the conductor not even taking the time or effort to slow down, knowing that this abandoned city and everything around it, the likelihood of somebody else being here that you could wreck the train into is very low. Another 12 hours passes, and you come across a town clearly with a different architectural style than you're used to, where Rote and Sharn are more kind of traditional tower architecture, wide bases, relatively tall. This place seems to be made of a lot of metal with tall, narrow spires dotting everywhere across the skyline. That seem odd for how small of a tourist town this appears to be. Appears to be a cruise line off in the water, and lots of people kind of coming on and off those cruise lines as a way of, maybe this is like a little stopover town where you just get off the boat for a day. After that, the next city, well into your second day, you come to the station, and this one appears to be a lot more purpose-built. Everything seems to be made for a purpose, as if this is a trading hub. Carts, wagons, sky coaches, various other things kind of make their way through, guarded predominantly around the tracks, as if waiting for something to get on or off of various trains. Into the third day, Lieutenant Barra starts to kind of perk up and pace around. You can see her spending a lot of time kind of polishing her armor and making sure she looks presentable. And a few hours into the day, after the sun has come up, she is standing in front of the doors that you walked into the train on. And you may expect her standing there to be an indication that you are getting close to your destination. But a few hours go by, and she's still standing there, as if she does not want to miss the opportunity for the princess to see her as soon as the train stops. As you make your way into the capital of Thrain, Flamekeep, the similar architecture style from before seems to stand. A lot of metal structures, glass, tall spires, but this one much more befitting of a larger city. Clearly the capital of not only the nation of Thrain, but the heart of their religion, the Order of the Silver Flame. And as you make your way in, a very large set of spires, most likely the cathedral, can be seen in the center, predominantly the most featured building in all of the town. Eventually, the train begins to slow and makes its way to another train platform where one solitary girl stands in a blue dress, very similar to the tone of blue you're all wearing, with a bag and her nose in a book. And as the train comes to a stop, Lieutenant Bera, exactly where she wanted to be as the doors opened. As the doors open, "Greetings, Princess. I am Lieutenant Bera," and she takes a bow. The princess, not taking her nose out of the book or even acknowledging Bera, walks onto the train. "Let's go. I'm the only one." She makes her way from the coach car to the lounge, sits down with her book, nose still in it. Bera rushing to catch up to her, sitting across from her at the table. "Well, Princess, we're very happy to be escorting you home for your sister's wedding. Just kind of curious, where's the delegation?" Without missing a beat in her book. "They're not coming. They feel our heathen wedding is not befitting of their current reflections or their views. And if it wasn't for my sister, I would feel the same way."
And as the princess sits down in the car, you'll see Vincent come out of the kitchen with as best of adorned plate as he could come up with whatever he could find in the kitchen. But on it are two like chili truffles, as best as he could describe it. Spicy sweets to try to remind her of home as best as possible. And he'll drop them in front of her, and then he'll, bow and then walk away.
She roll me a performance check with advantage.
All right.
Can I ask a quick question?
Ooh,
Go for it.
nice.
So we're in Thrain?
Yes.
Is Thrain part of Braylon?
No.
Or is it a separate country?
It is a separate country.
That
Okay.
is a 17.
She just probably used to being waited on most of her life. She, book still in her hand, just kind of reaches down and takes a bite. And as you walk away, excuse me, how did you make this? This was delicious.
Well, Princess, I don't have much in the kitchen, as you see, but I took what spices I did have and made you something that might make you feel at home. I'm not a native to the land, but I am a studier of its customs, and I thought you might like this.
She, for the first time, actually kind of tries to make eye contact, and she eats the other one. "This is delicious. This is like some of the chefs in the castle when I was growing up would make. I thank you. It's been a while since I've been home, and it's good to be reminded. My new home, they don't believe in this sort of decadence in what they eat, and it feels good to be reminded. What was your name?"
I'm Vincent, Your Grace. I hope to be of great service to you.
"Vincent, thank you. I'm, for the first time in a while, actually looking forward to going back to Brayland. And she kind of gives a little smile and goes back to reading. The lieutenant, well, Princess, I was hoping... Shh. Let's just go, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Bear, kind of taken aback, kind of looks around awkwardly. Yes, Your Majesty. And she kind of stands up, and instead of kind of leisurely sitting like a passenger, she suddenly kind of transforms her presence into much more of a sentry. That she's no longer sitting despite the long distance that will be the return voyage. And knowing everything that she does, she is continuously kind of pacing back and forth in the lounge car, looking out all the windows, checking the doors between the cars. And the first leg on the way back has begun. And with that, I think we will take our break right now. Went a little longer since we didn't get started till a little later tonight. To everybody watching, thank you so much for tuning in today. I know this is the first episode, so everything's a little slow, but thank you for watching. To all of our new followers, thank you for giving us a shot. Hopefully you'll come back and watch us continuously. As always, to our amazing players, thanks you guys. I know this has been slow. Sorry. First episode, just the way it goes. But it is 8:57. We're going to take about a 10-minute break so we can use the bathroom and get ready for what will be the second part of our premiere episode. Thanks to everybody who's watching. Hopefully we will see you back on the other side, and we will be right back. All right, we are back from our break. Thanks for sticking around. The party, just having picked up the Princess From, who is in fact the twin sister of Princess Bray, who will be getting married in Broken Blade Castle in what is now 2 days' time. 3 days of travel there. You are on your second day of your return trip, with essentially one more day to go before arriving back in Rote, where you took off from. And we will pick it up on that last day. Or, yeah, kind of on, yeah, you're less than 24 hours away from returning to Broken Blade Castle from where you took off. And the princess, for the first 2 days since you've picked her up, has kind of kept to herself. She's about, hold on, I can tell you exactly how old she is. She's 19 years old. So you may attribute her kind of standoffishness as maybe just a kind of youthful princess.
What's her name?
From.
Sorry.
F-R-O-M-M.
Princess From?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Princess Bray, B-R-E-Y, is who's getting married.
Oh, B-R-E-Y. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Good.
Okay.
I had it wrong.
I do want to say real quick, sorry. I'm going to ritually cast alarm at both entrances of where she's at.
Okay.
The cabin that she's at. As Kai does it, he's not going to like glare at her or look at her mean or anything, but he certainly is not showing respect. He is treating her just like she's some commoner and she's just like a job, if that makes sense. Well, I don't want to say treating her like a commoner. He's treating her like he would like Subject 7, for instance. She's just another person, and he's not giving her special treatment. But he casts the alarms at both ends, and he is going to have at the ready to cast minor illusion to make it look like there's just equipment at whichever seat she's at, if anything were to occur, to at least block vision from her if someone breaks in.
Okay.
But that is it.
I've been stalking her the entire time. Anywhere she goes, I am silently feet behind her, and anytime she sleeps, I'm staring at her.
Okay.
Little creepy.
Yeah.
Every step you take, every breath you take, I'll be watching you.
Yeah. Give me an intimidation check, but at disadvantage to kind of see that it's not intentional. Just to see, like, passively how kind of creeped out she is by you.
This is my normal protect somebody position, so it's not meant to be intimidating.
Okay.
I'm just weird.
Okay.
I'm just weird.
Doesn't matter. Still disadvantage.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll give you disadvantage so you get the lower number because you're not actively trying to creep her out. We'll make this kind of like a passive kind of thing.
Wow, I rolled pretty damn fucking good, so
Passive creep.
I'm not a passive creep. I'm an active creep.
Active creep without even trying.
I'm at 17.
Inherent creep. She's a 19-year-old girl who's, you know, grown
She's
up.
used to your kind of creep.
And at first she seemed exceptionally uneasy. She's probably a little sheltered, but it took her a little while to just realize that maybe you're just especially diligent in your task. And instead of trying to kind of hide what she does and, you know, kind of be weird about it, she seems to be a little more natural in her behaviors and what she's doing. Feeling safe that you are so diligent in following her where she goes about the car. She doesn't move around too much. Spends most of the time in the lounge reading, trying to kind of fend off persistent questions from Lieutenant Barra, who in her kind of nervous state seems to just be wanting to break the silence by asking a lot of questions that the princess does not seem too interested in answering.
Fair. I haven't spoken a word in like a day and a half.
Okay. Kai's cast alarm. Amano's following the princess around. Vincent, what are you doing on this last day? Probably about, you would guess to be about 12 hours out from Broken Blade Castle, in the parts where it seemed the most kind of desolate on your first voyage to Thrain. This is the part that seemed the Eberron equivalent of like flyover country. You would have already kind of passed through everything, and you won't see anything, not a village, not a hamlet, not a road, for a significant period of time.
Vincent would still have been just kind of diligent, you know, doing rounds, still kind of, you know, giving everybody meals at appropriate times, giving the princess the extra treatment she deserves. Just kind of, you know, doing what needs to be done on the train, since it is a small space, since he can, you know, do a fair amount, since it is only a small amount of people on the train, so he can do a fair amount just by himself. So.
Okay. 7. What are you up to? We're on the last bit of the journey back to Rote. Like I said, you're definitely just about 12 hours probably. You recognize this part of the country for its desolation and how there's nothing else really going on from your first voyage, and you realized it was about 12 hours away from the castle.
I observed the princess as she arrived, but other than that, I've mostly been sticking to the coach and just trying to like keep an eye on the land that we pass and mostly keep to myself. If there's a moment where I think I'm not being watched, I'm going to reach out to my patron and just be like, in a sort of annoyed voice, speaking in Celestial, since that's how I communicate with my patron. I'm just gonna be like, how can this be part of the plan? We're on a train escorting a princess. I don't really see what the point of all this is. She's a child. This is really stupid. I know you're listening, even if you don't respond. You're wasting my time.
For the first time in a long time, a very melodic and almost angelic voice is going to come to you. Are you not a child yourself, yet capable of so much?
That is not to the point. What am I doing here? Don't you have a mission for me?
Are you saying this out loud, or is this...
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
speaking out loud.
Okay. Your pleas, especially after hearing from your patron, kind of grow louder. And in the coach car by yourself, they kind of reverberate off the walls. As the voice of your patron trails off, no longer answering any of your inquiries. And you get so animated that Bera, you can see her kind of poke her head in through. Seven, is everything okay? I could have sworn I heard you talking to somebody.
If I was speaking to my patron, when I snap over, my eyes and mouth will be glowing with radiant energy.
So that's
and
I'll she walk in and see that?
Yep. And then I'll look at her, I'll stare her in the eye, and then I'll just, not speaking to her, but still speaking in Celestial, I will say, of course, don't answer my questions. And then I will just slump back on the chair and the light will fade. And I guess if she doesn't say, or go ahead, if she doesn't say anything, I'll say something. But
I imagine you're just kind of vacantly looking out, not in her direction when you talk.
Just like out the window.
Okay. She's gonna kind of look around the car, make sure there's nobody that you're talking to, and then just as she came in, slide backwards and slide the door closed. And as she makes her way back in the lounge, your otherwise smooth trip of this lightning rail moving at this incredible speed, this feat of engineering and magic made possible by House Orion. Suddenly, it feels like you're a terrestrial vehicle who ran over something. Everything kind of tosses for the first time. Some of the bottles fall out of the bar. Vincent, some of your things you might have had on the counter or prep tables or not secured in the cabinets, you can hear them all kind of clang on the floor in the galley. And just as everything kind of settles, Bera immediately looks at the princess. The princess puts her book down. For the first time, seems kind of aware of her surroundings. What is it, Bera? I'm worried. Everybody up? I don't know what this is, but it would be the perfect place for an ambush. And we do have somebody quite important in amongst us. And she's going to make
the train moving?
It's still moving, but for 3 days this thing has gone perfectly smooth. Like I said, a feat of engineering and magic. And then suddenly it feels like you ran over something despite you not being attached to the ground. Like just very jarring.
Since I'm in the cabin in the back and I have an open view, do I see anything out the windows? I assume I would have also felt the jolt. Do I see anything or anyone? Do I see like a vehicle or animal or anything?
You don't see anything aside from the countryside, just flying by.
Okay.
And Bera gets up and tries to go to the coach car. And just as she... Does Bera going through the thing set off your alarm?
No, it's only the, like, everyone that I
Okay.
see as an ally does not.
Okay, so the party, Bera, and the princess too, or...
Yeah, the princess.
I assume the train conductor as well, right?
Well, I think the way I think I have to see them or like know of them.
Well, we all saw him at the start.
Okay, I would imagine
Or
it
her.
says when you cast the spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. It doesn't
Right.
give a limit to how many.
Right.
So I assume as long as I've seen him,
Okay.
Or her.
then or her, yeah.
I don't remember.
It's a him.
Okay.
So, as Lieutenant Bera once again goes to kind of maybe rouse Seven and pull them into...
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Kai will go ahead and tell the princess don't move and cast minor illusion to make it look like there's a beam or something in her general area of the
Okay.
seats to like
Obscure.
basically hide her. Yeah.
Okay. As Bera gets up and opens the door to the coach car once again, another jolt, this time larger. Is anybody standing?
I would have stood up right away. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kai probably would have stood to cast the illusion as well.
All right. Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh boy, rolling dice. Okay.
I'm not even rolling a d20. Okay, let's do it.
Oh. Well, I better look at my modifier.
15. I was standing behind the princess.
Okay.
11.
I got a 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 3. So.
So it's not just the DVR.
No, I mean my first one was fine.
That's a 9.
Okay. Kai?
And I had 11.
Fall on my butt.
Okay.
I had 11.
With the large jolt of the train car, this one more significant than the first, it manages to toss everybody who was standing. The princess, Amano, Vincent, and Seven are all knocked to the ground. Wait, no, Amano, you passed, right? Would you get 15?
I got a 15.
15? Okay. So Vincent, Seven, and Kai, as well as the princess, are going to kind of topple over and land on the ground. Lieutenant Bera and Amano manage to kind of right themselves to prevent themselves from falling. And as the train kind of steadies and all of the rattling things in the cars begins to settle, you start to hear footprints and grunting coming from the crew cabin.
From the crew cabin. Okay, that's all the way away. I'm in the back of the train.
Yes.
So that's in the middle of the train, or like
it's all the way
right behind the
conductor.
That's by
Is there? Okay. So I don't hear any of that.
I do.
Is there anything happening near my cart
No.
in the back? No. Okay.
It's too far.
So I mean, in the time frame, I will get up on my feet and like survey the area, and then probably I would head towards the where everyone else is to check in.
Okay.
But not in a rush, just cautiously.
All right. So let's see if we got this. 7, you're going to be in the coach car, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Then everybody else on Owlbear, go ahead and put yourself where you would be
Where is the princess?
She's just like above Vincent. Boom, 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 boom. That moving is her. She's in the chair.
You guys are all in the lounge car?
At least put yourself in a chair.
Well, I just fell on the floor, so...
I don't need a chair. I don't fall down.
He's standing on the edge of the chair, just like hovering over the princess.
Like a gargoyle on the back, like a cat.
Like a gargoyle? Yeah.
I'm just peering right over the back of her, looking down.
Well, she must have fallen out of her chair or something, right?
She did, and I'm about to pick her right back up and put her back into the chair.
Okay.
Put her back into the illusion.
Into the illusion chair.
Yes,
Yes.
the illusory chair.
And that will be just coming in from the kitchen.
Okay. All right.
Illusory chair.
As Vincent makes his way into the cabin with everybody else, Kai, what does your alarm sound like when it goes off?
So I would have made it audible,
Okay.
like so it'd be like a ringing bell, like an annoying alarm clock, I guess.
Okay.
Like a klaxon?
Oh, you could think like one of those
Blang, blang,
classic
blang, 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 blang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And as...
Is it loud enough for me to hear?
I think it's audible for 100 feet. Let me make sure on that. But yeah, I think everyone should be able to hear.
How loud is the train?
Not very. It's just going to be the kind
so...
of... Yeah. The
So
rushing
it's
of the...
60 feet.
If I hear the alarm, I will obviously start moving quickly towards where I know everyone else is.
Okay.
When I can.
We'll go ahead and the alarm goes off. Seven's going to make his way through the coach cabin. And just as Vincent walks through, opening the door, the alarm goes off as if he was the one to set it off. The door closes behind him automatically, like it has every time somebody's moved from car to car. And yet the alarm continues to go off. Vincent no longer standing in the door, but something maybe. And everybody roll for initiative, please.
Give me something good.
Ooh, yeah.
See, D&D Beyond likes me. I rolled a 17.
Okay.
Sorry, 19 after a modifier.
What's your dex?
Plus 2. So it's 19.
It's not looking good so far.
You see, it's just the dice. It's not D&D Beyond.
It's D&D Beyond.
Huh.
We looked at the statistics. D&D Beyond was screwing me over, okay?
Well, it seems like your dice is screwing you over.
It's been fine. It's fine. You wait. Don't make me shoot you.
I got an 11.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Vincent?
It's still better than Kelrop. How many ones and zeros did I roll?
So yeah, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
No, it's just not great. It's all right. It's fine.
I attribute that to me coming into the car. So
I assume I fell on my ass and I'm picking myself up.
Okay. Oops.
I'm also rolling my dice on my bed in my hotel room, so that's not the best rolling surface. I blame the bed.
All right. Kai, having rolled for initiative, Vincent standing through the last person to enter the car, setting off the alarm spell that you had set up specifically for an intruder. Yet the only things you see in that car are Amano, Princess From, Lieutenant Bora, Vincent, and yourself.
Kai will say to Vincent, they'll say, they might be invisible, so watch out. And he, not knowing where they might be, the space like directly behind Vincent, because you know he would have opened the door. Like obviously, if someone invisible opened the door, like we would be able to tell. So Kai would assume they'd be behind Vincent if someone was in there, and he is going to target that spot and hit it with Mind Sliver.
Okay.
Which, if it, like, you don't have to tell me, it's a 13 DC intelligence saving throw. Assuming if it did hit.
Can you target just a space, or do you have to target a person?
Oh wait, that one's within range. Hold on a second. Never mind.
My question
I can't do anything.
Is there windows in the door, like, or are they like just metal doors?
No, they're windows, and like the same way you'd see a train, just a little like porthole.
So do I have a small vision of like what's going on in the cabin with everybody in it?
You would have to look through your window,
yeah,
and then the space between the cars, and then the other one. So you can
have like a somewhat obscured view.
Yeah, and a very kind of you know, blinders limited kind of focus from when you see through the two portals.
So in that, because it's Dustin made a good point. I have to be able to see the creature. It's not like the fire bolt where you just target a space. Kai will instead move right about here and just basically ready the Mind Sliver spell and say, if a hostile creature appears, hit it with Mind Sliver.
Okay. And as you ready yourself, the alarm spell goes off again. This time, behind you, not the door Vincent just came in through, but behind you, as 3 blue-cloaked assassin types have made their way into the door. 7, we're going to have seen them come in like from the side of the exterior of the train in the gap and then go out away from you as they make their way into the room.
Like they were climbing on the outside of a train, not coming from my car.
Yeah, no, they came from this way and then went into the room. And as
so I guess whichever one would have came in first will get the readied Mind Sliver.
We'll call it this one in the middle. What is it?
13 intelligence saving throw.
4.
Oh wow!
Awesome. So they take. Oh, I got max damage. 6 psychic damage. And the next saving throw that they have to make, they reduce it by 1d4.
Are they wearing the same blue as like we're wearing as like a part of our military color? Like, is it the same color blue?
It does look very similar. That you would most likely recognize as what would be considered colloquially across Corvair as Brelish blue.
And I marked that one with the purple.
Okay.
So...
And it's D4 minus a D4 on a saving throw. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if like it doesn't get hit by one by the end of my next turn, then it just goes away.
Okay. As you hit it with Mind Sliver, what does that look like?
So it would basically, it's like a mental thing. So you'd see Kai, he'd take his quill and start writing into the air as like a stream of magic would be being written, like almost like writing an algorithm into the air from the quill as I hold my book. and then you won't see anything happen, but you'll just see the like it looked like it got a massive migraine. The creature.
Okay. He's gonna double over in like obvious pain, and as you turn to look, a figure in blue robes in the door that Vincent came through seems to materialize out of nowhere, put its hand on Vincent's shoulder. My friend, might I make a suggestion? And Vincent, I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Personal space.
All right, yeah. It's,
Consent.
as soon as he was anywhere close to me, I automatically would have known he was there, so I won't be surprised by it.
Okay.
So if that's any consolation. And you said wisdom?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. 2. It's time to put this dice in jail, because it's been doing me no good tonight.
Oh
Push
no!
it out.
He puts his hands on your shoulder, whispers, might I make a suggestion? I suggest you stand right here and not let anybody out. As it casts suggestion on you, this suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the action sound reasonable. To use the course of action you describe to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. Okay. So it is now concentrating, but you are more or less like charmed to stay there for the duration.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's going to be it for.
Do my best and not let anybody out of the door. Gotcha.
Yep. You know what's up. So the 3 assassins make their way in, and the wizard materializes. That will be the monster's turn. Amano, next to go.
Yes. All right. So let's get the elevator going. How tall is the ceiling in here?
It's about 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay. I will jump up and put a hand on the ceiling and then swing my whole body up and crawl along the top of the ceiling.
Okay.
Get to about here. And the guy that just took damage, I'm going to throw 2 soul blades at him.
All right.
So I'm guessing that's a miss. And then the second one, it's probably not a miss. The first one was definitely a miss.
They could have negative dex.
They'd have to have really negative dex. Really negative dex.
They have a 0 dex.
Where's my actions? There we go. Jeez. All right. So 19 to hit.
Yes.
So he takes 9 psychic damage. And it is non-lethal psychic damage.
All right. So his headache just got worse after Mind Sliver and now your thrown dagger.
Yep.
Okay. It's going to clutch its head again, just in obvious pain.
That looked like a big, like, white spike of light just went out of my hand, right?
Nice.
Straight for him without any spin or anything. Just.
He's got an ultra migraine now.
Yeah, really pissed. And then I will go ahead and use my uncanny action here. Or my cunning action. Yes. I will hide. as best as I can at the ceiling.
Everything's real well lit. It's not that big of a place, so you're just gonna be this stark white individual, like clinging to the ceiling and not really like able to hide or find a shadow or anything.
Maybe I'll just dash.
Okay.
I keep trying to move the wrong program here. Okay. I dash over to the princess, and I'm hanging out above her.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. Vincent, you're charmed and kind of
Do I
standing.
get to make another saving throw?
Nope. You're just taking up space. 7.
What's the time limit on that shit?
8 hours, but it's concentration.
And it says, I will say, it says, if you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still though.
Still a road cone
I'm
speed
just a
bump.
guard, man. I'm just a guard. Ain't nobody.
Bouncer.
Yeah.
Can't let you in with them shoes, bro.
Sorry, man.
7. In the other train car, the gap between train cars we will treat as difficult terrain to go from one to the other.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. From
Not
where I
that
am...
far movement, trust me.
Yeah, no, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. From where I am, can I see what's going on in the other cart?
You can see new people, but mostly you're obscured by this very pronounced Brelish blue cloak, like the back of a cloaked head that's essentially up against the door blocking the window.
Okay. Is there going to be enough space for me? Could I, like, squeeze my way in there? Am I going to be able to, like, shove my way in there?
You can open the door and stand, like, in the doorway, but you're not going to be able to, like, push your way into the car.
Okay. Is there a gap in between? Like,
Yes.
is that, like, fall to my death?
No,
like,
it's like a kind of floating platform, which is why we're going to make it
so,
difficult
like,
terrain. Yeah, you're
but,
not...
like, you're not going to... I'm not going to...
No.
Get run over by the train.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'd be more afraid of the lightning.
Throw 7 from the train.
Get electrocuted and then crumpled up by the train.
Very valid question, Dustin. I
Agreed.
appreciate
Right? You see, like this is important. This is episode 1. I don't want to die like a fucking
7.
fucking fool.
If you fall, I could feather fall you. But if you fall into the
great.
Lightning, you're dead.
Now I slowly get electrocuted as I hit the ground.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make my way in there because I can't blast through metal doors, or not effectively, anyways. So I'm gonna move like into the doorway space.
Okay.
It's difficult terrain, so it's half movement speed, but like it didn't look too far. So
that one
have
square is
30
basically just
speed.
going to cost you 10 feet. You're not going to be able to use your whole movement because you can't get through the
Okay.
door.
Yeah. So the door opens, and what do I see? I see 3 cloaked guys.
You
right
see
in front
3
of me?
cloaked guys right immediately by the door. One of them directly in front of you seems to be clutching his head. And as you kind of look out and survey the rest of the train car, at the far end, you can see essentially a wizard clad in this same kind of exceptionally blue robe.
Does he look different from the others?
The color blue?
Like, does he look like is he wearing the same robes as the other guys?
No, he's wearing a different. The guys in
Does he
front of
look
you
more
are
like a
more
leader?
like cloaks, kind of billowy cloaks. The dude in the back is definitely a wizard of some sort.
Okay. He's presenting wizard. Okay, I'm looking at new character. Gotta look at all the little bits and bobs here. Okay.
Eldritch Blasphemy.
Well, I'm trying to think. How damaged does the guy in front of me look?
He's bloody.
Because he's the one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do this because this is what I would do. I'm just gonna like. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to like. Okay, I'm gonna get up right behind the other guy. Do they turn around and notice me as the door opens
as the
behind
door
them?
opens.
I pull off my mask. I get right in his face, and I'm just like, "Let's burn!" And light explodes out of me. I'm gonna use radiant consumption, and it creates light within a 20-foot radius. But anything within a 10-foot radius, including myself, takes 2 radiant damage. There's no roll. There's no save. They just get burnt with me.
Okay.
10 feet is a lot farther than you think. So, Amano
Well,
is
a person.
in that.
No. That's not 10 feet away.
It is.
It is.
It
Oh,
is.
hold on.
How tiny are we? I thought a person.
Amano's the only one that would technically like be in it, but Amano's in it.
Well,
Because I always thought a person takes up like 5 spaces.
Well,
space.
I will say, I think the math
Yeah.
is just off a little bit because
Yeah.
the chairs.
I also can't use the,
there's
like-
2 chairs and a table.
Hey, I'm
And that's all.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
I
so
might-
judging by the chairs and everything, 10 feet by that scale, the chair taking up 1 square, it's just going to get these first tables.
Right, that's what I assumed. They would
Okay,
only reach
yeah.
there.
I didn't do the
like
scale.
you
I
guys are
just pulled
gonna
out the
see
measuring
the
tool.
lights, right?
That's
like
what
that's
what I've been using. I was like,
Up-
oh,
up
okay,
to
all
the-
right.
up to the
I've been good for most of this.
like up to the tables and chairs in that first right where I'm to would probably be that area, right?
Yes.
By the measuring tool, like
Yeah, you hit
it's
Amano.
half of the you
Train
hit
car.
Amano with that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that scaling's got to be off. There's no way.
It's like a third of the
'cause
train car. It's
I
like a
was like- I
30-foot
was
train
like,
car,
this-
basically.
This train car is not. This train car is not 20 feet across. Okay, That's the tiniest train car. I guess it wouldn't be that tiny, but it's still small. Okay. I'm not hitting allies, I assume.
No.
Cool. I use it. They all take 2 radiant damage. I take 1 radiant damage because I am resistant to radiant damage.
Okay.
And let me just double check the reading on this. Once per as an action. At the end of your turn, all creatures, including you, take 2 radiant damage.
So you
Cool.
just gave him a redneck.
Psst. Vicious
I
sunburn.
I sunburned the shit out of these guys. And then let me look at my. Do I have a bonus action of any type?
Not likely.
Not likely, right? Actually, I do, but I'm not going to use it. What about this one? Okay, no. Okay, sorry. New character. Never. I've only played a cleric before, so yes, and that's my turn.
Okay. Lieutenant. Go ahead.
It lasts for like 10 rounds, so
Shit.
lights just exploding out of me.
So is every time they're going to take the 2?
If they stay within 10 feet of me, yep.
Okay. As you cast this, was it Divine Radiance? Radiant what?
It's called Radiant Consumption.
Radiant Consumption.
Yeah.
Brightening this up, like really kind of almost blistering the skin of these assassins. Lieutenant Bera, I don't know why I put Bora in this, is going to make her way over to the wizard. Take a hack at him.
Kick him in the nuts.
She is going to connect. Good for her.
You can probably hack him with newts. No probs.
I just need her to connect. That's all I need her to do.
I think
Okay, so do I even have to roll to maintain concentration, or the second they take damage?
If they take damage, it's done.
Okay, then as Bera hits, the wizard's kind of jarred loose. Vincent, you're going to feel able to be back kind of in charge of your own faculties.
All right, I'm gonna snap myself back to to reality, just kind of,
Lieutenant Barra is going to turn and look at everybody. This is the Swords of Liberty, y'all. They are terrorists here to kidnap the princess. It is time for us to live up to our oath. And she's going to take another swing at the wizard.
What did she call them?
The
Swords of Liberty.
Swords of Liberty.
The Sons of Thunder.
Have we heard of that before?
It is. It's a relatively well-known pro-democracy group within Brayland.
Sect.
Pro-democracy. Oh, okay. Fucking terrorists.
She's going to take her second swing, connect with the wizard again, and it is now Kai's turn.
Hey,
Did the princess do anything, or is she just hiding?
No, she's just hiding.
Okay.
Kai.
She's like a level
will-
17 mage. Shoots fireball. No. Okay.
Well, I hope she doesn't. This is too solid a save. All right.
You blow the whole train up.
Kai is going to move right about here,
Okay.
and Kai is going to start scribbling for his spell, but he's changing the formula of it as an Order of Scribes wizard can do. So as he casts Burning Hands, he takes the part of Magic Missile and combines it with the Burning Hands to make a forceful cone to hit them all in that cone. So all three of them will be hit by Burning Hands, but it'll be force damage instead of fire damage.
Ooh,
It's
okay.
a DC 13 dex save for each
Is
one
it-
of them.
Is that burning missile or magic hands?
Magic
It would
hands.
be
Magic
God,
hands.
yeah.
Call it magic hands,
Well, I'm
please,
throwing
God,
the
call it
hands.
magic hands.
Magic
I
hands.
will say Magic Hand.
They're all going to fail.
Oh yay! It doesn't hit me,
So-
does it?
I roll for each one, right?
Sure.
For damage?
So the bottom one will take 9 damage.
Ooh,
The
okay.
middle one will take 15.
fuck.
And the top one will take 13.
As you cast this spell, the one that you've inflicted with this psychic damage to this point is overwhelmed. Do they like physically catch fire, or is this like a lot of heat?
No, this is
kind of
force
thing?
damage.
It
Oh.
says, so the spell description says the fire ignites any flammable objects, but I changed the damage type from fire to force. So I think that would be a
Smack.
DM.
It blows the
decision.
clothes off of them. Like
Yeah,
they're getting
someone-
they're getting hit by a sledgehammer.
incinerated with like gravity.
Yeah.
So, with your successful spell, this one in the middle. Oh, I didn't even subtract his D4, but it didn't matter. Is going to.
Yeah, I assumed he was going to die because he got hit twice already. So,
So this one in the middle is dead. The other two are bloodied now as well. 7 would have way to get into the car if he needs to. What else you got, Kai?
that is it.
Okay.
Kai is just going to smile as the one got falls to death. So, can we? Never mind. I was going to say, can we pretend like he got pushed out of the car but 7's behind him?
I thought about it.
Ah, fuck you, Kai.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All right, Kai, that's it for you.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
Oh, then.
I will
Episode
be
1, fuck
right
you.
back. I spilled some of my beer, so I'll be right back.
No.
Wow, that's excitement when you spill your beer. That's
That's
really
serious excitement.
This first assassin is going to make its way up to Kai. Does anybody have D&D Beyond up? Can tell me if this hits, so I can just look at it.
Oh, what's his armor class? I don't
Yeah.
think it's a lot. I think it's only like 12 or something. Let me take a look at his, if I can.
I can
Um,
look it up.
Yeah, I'm using the mobile, so
Yeah, that's fine.
because
Okay.
I'm
Does
not
he
a
have
Mac
mage
computer.
armor?
No, he didn't declare casting of it.
No, yeah, he didn't say anything about that.
Alright, well, and count him pretty. It's pretty much gonna hit him.
15,
What he
maybe
has?
not.
He has an armor class
No,
of
it's gonna hit
15?
him. Yeah, even if he has mage armor, it's gonna hit him.
What the heck?
So
How has he got so much armor class? What a lucky duck.
it is actually going to hit him because it's
Ow.
Told you.
yeah, it's going to be a 26 to hit. No, I'm sorry.
Oof.
I'm sorry, an 18. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a little
Thanks.
hit him.
Yeah.
Oh, his armor class is 12. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it'll still
13
hit
if he casts mage armor. Got it.
It'll still hit him.
So, Kai, one of the assassins, is going to walk over to you, place his hand upon your shoulder, look you in the eye, and mutter this guttural, terrifying, incantation. Casting inflict wounds for an 18 to hit.
No.
That does hit.
Okay.
How come bad guys in Dungeons and Dragons don't know how to consent? Like, where's the consent? Just
God.
touching people and stuff. It's rude.
Ah, there they go. I don't even know where all my goddamn dice were.
Fortunately, thanks to someone, I have 2 temporary HP to help with this. We won't
Ooh.
predict all of it.
Thanks to the sweet.
You're welcome.
You're gonna take
and-
Kai. You're gonna take 15 necrotic damage as
Holy smokes!
they cast
That's good. That would have been 75% of my health.
casted
75
inflict wounds as it touches you on the
boy.
shoulder with necrotic damage.
We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
The next
DM is
assassin
like, no more nice DM.
is going to slide in front of 7, say the exact same incantation, reach out and touch him. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Nope. I mean, yes.
Yeah, Julian.
7,
Definitely doesn't
First
hit.
encounter.
7 is going to take 13 necrotic damage.
I would have hit Jatuli also. That sucks.
The wizard
Ow.
is going... What's the wizard going to do?
You better not fucking move, is all I gotta say.
Oh wait. Oh, actually, sorry. This is retroactive. I'm learning because I'm an attacking character for once. The guy that walked away to go at Kai, I was standing pretty close to him, and my weapon has a reach, so I can reach.
Okay.
Can I get an attack of opportunity on him as he went after Kai?
Go for it.
Yeah.
I hope if you kill him, I will be so happy. You're kidding?
I don't think so. It was pretty low. Let's see. I need to figure out what my plus is. A 12 to hit.
It does not.
Oh.
It was close, though.
12 hits
That's why
me.
you messed Kai up.
Okay.
You missed.
That's that. The wizard, in the same way that it touched Vincent to make a suggestion, this time it's going to clear its throat. Might I make a suggestion, please? And everybody give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Damn. Alright.
You got up.
17.
Okay.
14.
Can
Okay.
you guys hear me?
Yes.
13.
Okay.
I had to plug my phone in. Its battery was dying. Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey. I just gotta find out what it is. Okay. 15.
Still fail.
What?
What?
16 was the DC. Kai passed, yeah?
Yeah, I had a 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
As he screams, might I make a suggestion? He's going to ask everybody to just calm down and not attack their countrymen.
Well, am I in range? How far is the range?
60 feet.
Ah, far.
Fuck balls.
So, Amano, Vincent, and Seven.
If we're taking the chairs as 5 feet each, he would technically be out of range on that one. I would still be in range, but because each of those
Okay,
it's
hold on.
15
I
feet
got
per
you.
little
1,
quarter.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I'm
7,
just
8.
barely
It's
in
the
range.
whole thing, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It ends after the second or the second blue guy.
Whatever you tell me, DM.
DM is murderous.
I'm going.
I know he's just gonna kill us.
These are the instructions. Do not murder your countrymen. With that being said, it is up to you to make the interpretation of what that would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made a mistake.
Damn it, I'm frustrated.
So
Yep.
that's the wizard. The assassins have gone.
No. What the fuck? We're fucked.
All right, that's it for the monsters. Amano, you are.
I was
Your
gonna say, are any of us gonna get an action?
your instructions are not to murder or not to attack your countrymen. Is there anybody in this room that you would consider not from Breland, judging by the blue that everybody has? You are from Breland, yes?
I am from Brayland,
Okay.
yes. Born and raised.
So I don't think you can attack anyone.
What
Well,
he,
except for your allies, but you wouldn't do that. So
well, what he doesn't know is that I don't consider other human beings sentient, really. So, countryman or not, he looks like food to me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bite him. Is that logical or not logical? Is that... I'm
Yes.
hungry.
Yes, if at the end of the day it comes down to you don't view them as like your countrymen, because you the same way I wouldn't view my dog as a countryman. It's great, but yeah, no, whatever.
I haven't eaten in 3 days, so
Okay.
he does
He's
kind of
gonna
look
be
like
in
a
an
food
uproar, sir.
because fucking Vincent wouldn't feed me because I was mean to him.
Damn right. Hey, you said it. You said I don't need anything from you. Just remember those words. I told you. Remember those words.
You're not wrong. I got an 18 to hit.
Okay, yes.
All right.
chomp chomp.
I kind of like lean down from the ceiling and
Oh, it's like a Spider-Man kiss, except it's more of a
On
bite.
the neck and bloody.
Yes.
Except violet and
It's like-
with teeth.
It's like a Venom. It's like if
There's
Venom did it.
There's a lot more screaming involved.
7 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and I drain his blood.
All right. What else you got?
Then I'm gonna go ahead and hop down off the ceiling here and stand next to Kai and start eyeing him up.
Okay.
I'm still
Kai's not food.
hungry.
All right.
Did he kill that
Kai
guy?
isn't big enough to, not meaty enough.
I feel like a box of raisins, bro. Like I ate, but I'm still hungry.
Yeah, so Kai has -1 in strength. It's not enough protein for a vampire,
The vampires don't care about the muscle; they care about the sweet, juicy, tasty.
Right, it's the blood.
All right.
Yeah.
Even the
Vincent,
pixie stick tastes good, though.
you are from where originally?
I am from Seer.
Would you
Originally.
consider yourself like Brelish in the
Damn.
context of this spell?
No.
Okay. Then it is your
wow.
turn.
I will turn around and I will look at the mage guy and I will say, I suggest you stay in the frying pan. And she is going to need to make a dex save for me.
Dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, that might be something. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh.
Aw, it's gonna be
Three's not back with you.
it's a 14.
He will save that, so.
Okay.
And then, you know, that's it.
Does it do anything?
Okay.
Absolutely not. He saved, so.
Oh.
Action
It
It
surge.
doesn't do like half
Action
damage or
surge.
something?
Action surge.
Um.
Oh well, I guess if you hold on. He saved, so I mean, he will take.
Yeah, sometimes they take half damage or something.
He'll take half damage, but it's not. Yeah, it's. He takes 4.
Okay.
Yay.
It's fire. You know.
He gets a little singed. Kind of freaks out. Seems to be a very kind of calm and mellow. Just suggesting, not commanding or dominating anybody. Yet.
Does that mean it suggests?
No, I cast Burning Hands.
No, I meant for him. Did he lose
Uh.
handle on that spell he's
Yeah.
marked out?
Does
Yeah, he
burning
took
hands
damage.
set the
He's-
train on fire?
It says it makes flammable objects catch a flame.
So it would be just that. It would be the chair next to him. Other than that, it's a cone. So.
Okay.
Well, we'll have
Toasty
to
chair.
care.
Put him in the hot seat.
Not like I think we're gonna survive this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all dead.
As it takes damage, everybody who is suggestible is no longer. 7, it is now your turn with the cultist right in front of you, still impeding your progress into the actual train car.
Okay. Okay. And I don't think this is going to change my turn anyways, but I'm just asking for clarification because this is probably going to happen a bunch. If I used a ranged attack on somebody, but somebody is in melee combat with me, is that a disadvantage?
Yes.
Or is it only disadvantage if I attack them with a ranged attack?
No.
It's disadvantage.
It's
Yeah.
a
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
that's fine. That's all I need to know. So, let me just go to This is why having my computer is nice because I can look at multiple things and it's fantastic. So I'm going to attack the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just double check here. Let me go to spells. Oh, I think that's it. Okay, yeah. I'm going to attack him with my spear.
All right.
That I'm using with both hands. I'm dual wielding my spear. Yes. So let me get one of these bad boys. Here we go. Come on, baby. Oh. I missed. I got a 1.
Okay. It's going to
I'm
expertly
telling you,
kind
it's
of
just your luck.
dodge.
Well, this is the luck we have to deal with, okay? So
What else you got?
well, let's see. What's my hit points? Okay, I'm at okay. I will, as a bonus action, I will use Yeah, I'll just use that. Nope, I will use this. I'm gonna use Healing Light,
Okay.
which is a bonus action, and I will heal myself 1d6 healings.
Okay.
Yeah, I heal 3 healings,
Nice.
and then since I end my turn, everyone's still within 10 feet of me, which looks like both cultists or cloaked guys. They still take 2 radiant damage. It's unavoidable.
Okay.
And I take 1 because I'm resistant.
All right.
He hit me with necrotic damage. I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
Okay.
He hit me for
15.
he hit me for 13 points because he hit Kai for 15.
Oh, that's right. He hit Kai
Yeah.
for
He hit me for 13, so 7.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna heal 6 points of damage. I'm learning.
Okay. I'm helping. All right. What else you got?
That's it. Yeah, I missed.
Okay. Lieutenant Barra is gonna take a swing.
All right. I think in D&D 5e, I think it's round down, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
it's round
it's
down.
round up. Oh, is it?
It's round down. Only thing that rounds up is when you get new spells per level. Everything else is round down.
Everything else is down. Yeah.
So it's 6 damage.
Yeah.
Not 7.
Okay.
What happened?
Lieutenant Barra is gonna take her 2 shots. Ooh, both of them are gonna hit at the wizard. Ooh. As she screams, "For Breland!" She's going to take like 2 big swipes at the wizard, obviously doing a little bit of damage. The princess, becoming a little more panicked at the level of threat, is going to stay. And what do you make her out to be? Like a construction beam or a structural beam?
Yeah, just like a support beam.
Okay.
It's not the best illusion, but I couldn't think of something that would look
a bigger
good.
chair.
Yeah, like a really big chair. I wanted to be something that could potentially actually be there, and not just be like, oh, that's obviously an illusion.
That's Lieutenant Barra's turn. It is now Kai's turn. Top of the order.
Wait, what did Lieutenant Barra do?
Slashed at the wizard.
Oh, okay.
2 times.
Kai is going to be quite angry that this person damaged him, especially with such a spell as Inflict Wounds, and he is going to cast a spell, and you'll hear the bells ringing as he casts Toll the Dead on this person.
He is damaged. I burned him.
Now, is it like a slow bong, or is it like a fast ring?
Like the Undertaker one?
It's like a slow, like boom, like kind of like the start of For Whom the Bell Tolls from Metallica, kind of like the start of that song. That's kind of what it is. And then he actually takes the damage and it's like okay.
And then as the second bong it hisses, that's when he takes the damage.
Exactly.
I dig it. All right, I dig it.
With it.
It's a DC 13 Wisdom save.
For what? Both of them? Or is it everybody or just them 2?
It's just a person
one in front of
me.
you? It's
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't need to ask what it is because they're going to fail. The one in front of you? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
He will take 1d12.
Yep.
Bong him.
Oh, he got so much damage. Yes, it's a 1 necrotic damage.
Yes.
Damn, dude,
you
that's
got
like-
the minimum.
The sound is going to radiate through his chest. He's going to look like it. Like the look of panic is going to come across his face, expecting this just horrific blast of a spell.
It'll cause some of his skin to rot.
And instead, he kind of like
He's got eczema.
tightens up, and then when it doesn't come, he kind of looks around and scratches off some dry skin.
Yeah, you give him eczema.
Eczema, gross.
Kai will say, "Now you shall itch for the rest of your days."
And he's sunburned too from 7, so that's it's
Take
inconvenient.
that.
You must limit your dairy intake.
Take
like
this
getting-
vitamin
he's
E.
He's getting dry skin from you, and he's getting sunburns from the back.
So that's it. That's it for Kai. Kai is a little
Somebody's
disappointed.
dermatologist is gonna hate that man.
Okay. All right. All right.
You're gonna stay in my light, bitch. You're gonna keep burning with me. You're gonna run.
Okay. He is gonna run. So go ahead and take your opportunity attack.
Yay! Maybe I'll finally hit. Come on.
Poke.
Oh, don't move him close to me. No, sir.
Okay.
Kai is not built for that.
Oh. No, I.
Welcome to combat, son.
It's almost like combat in a confined space seems to be inconvenient for everybody, regardless of class rolls. Huh.
Yes.
All right. 13 is their...
I got like an 8. So.
Okay, 13 is their AC. All right, so after their your attack of opportunity, the one who you just hit Toll the Dead on. No.
Gosh darn.
Same thing. It's going to cast Inflict Wounds on Kai. It's going to be a 3. They're going to miss. The newest one to join is going to also cast Inflict Wounds. That's going to be an 8. That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Ah, damn it. I thought when you said 8, I was like, yes, I survived.
8, and I got excited, but no.
Yeah. No, that's a hit. That will definitely down me. Because it's, what, 3d10 for it?
3d10.
It'd have to roll, like, ones.
It's 9.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
No!
All right, that's it for the 2 cultists. This wizard's gonna swing around. Vincent, go ahead and take an attack of opportunity as it moves past you, and Lieutenant Barra's gonna do the same.
Cut him down.
Don't be a Dustin. Roll damage.
Lieutenant Barra's gonna hit.
Chop his calves.
19 to hit.
Yes.
I'm gonna warm up my dice a little bit, okay?
Yeah, give him the old, like...
Come on. Ah!
You'll hike chop.
Breathe on him, like that. Pick him up and then...
Very nice. Very nice. 9 points of damage.
Nice.
For me.
Okay. Lieutenant Barra also hit for 6 points of damage.
Wow.
As the wizard kind of moves out of the doorway,
Quiet, Julian.
one action, range of 60
The cat was all...
the wizard's going to get clear of Vincent and scream something at Lieutenant Barra, flames coming from his hands. Lieutenant Barra's going to need to make a saving throw. Damn, man, she's beefy. This girl ain't fucking around.
This is her post, bro.
I mean, look, man, it's her first gig. She's not met. This girl's trying to get
She's not
promoted.
about to fail this. She's not about to fail this job,
I want my
dog.
promotion, y'all. So she's going to pass, take no damage. And as the wizard kind of makes its way out of the doorway, the door is going to open. Another wizard,
No.
We're dead.
another cultist,
We're dead.
and what appears to be a commanding officer of the Swords of Liberty will now make their way into the room.
Okay, we're fine.
that's going to be their turn. Monsters. Amano, it is now to you.
All right. I'm gonna stab the guy in front of me, closest to me, I should say.
Okay.
I got a crit.
Nice.
Does that count as a sneak attack as he's engaged with me and dude or Kai?
I would say yes, because he did just make the attack. He just attacked Kai.
All right. And then I got a 22 to hit.
Okay.
So hit number 1 is a crit. So I will go ahead and resolve.
And remember, you double sneak attack.
Yeah,
die
it's not gonna
as
matter.
well.
It's not going to matter.
Yeah.
His
I
brains
figured
are
he
gonna
was low
explode all
health.
over the floor.
Yeah.
It's not gonna matter.
I mean,
So is
roll
this
the
a-
dice just because I want to see the numbers. I need the math to help me out. By the way, hey Wilson, thank you for the sub. Sorry, we were in the middle of combat, but thanks, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, just roll the numbers just because I'm
Lie
curious.
to him. Tell him you did
Okay.
a small amount of damage.
9.
Oh, I only did like 9 points of damage.
Just to let you know, when things go crazy, don't balance these encounters like you have been.
Stop killing us.
21 psychic damage to that guy.
Okay.
Jeez Louise, his brain explodes at the back of his head.
Right? His soul explodes from him.
Yeah.
He just poof.
What does your killing blow look like? Since I'm used to what Jatulis look like, what does Amanos look like?
A blade or a spike of white energy goes wee out from behind my fingers. And I just jam it right into his neck, and he just goes straight down.
Okay.
Cool. It's like Psylocke.
Yeah. And then, well, that guy went down, so I guess I might as well use my. Alright. Is the other guy within reach? Could I use my second attack on him?
But you can move.
You can move.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This is not 3.5 where you have to have special things. Alright, I'll move over to that guy.
You know, step over the body. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
And take a stab at him.
Freaking.
That is assuredly a miss.
Oh.
So after that happens, I don't want to disengage. I don't want to leave Kai. I'll stay.
You
with
are
him.
probably
You
standing
sh-
in my light,
You
though.
should block.
Am I standing in your light?
Yeah.
I think you only need to move like 3 feet.
If you went around, like the backside.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. That's what I would
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That's where I'll be.
Okay.
Because I was just like just outside of the light.
Okay. Amano, what else you got? That it?
That is it.
Okay. Vincent, you and Lieutenant Barra seem to have a little groupie group over here.
Yeah, cluster.
Yeah, the wizard closest to being into the train car is the one you've been fighting. Everybody essentially close to the door, and the new
Yeah.
cultists are brand new.
He's getting chopped. Is what he's getting.
Who?
Happened to him.
Chop him.
The
Chop him.
dude that tried to move farther into the
Okay.
train car.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. That's actually really good. 24 to hit.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah.
And
19.
see, I just need practice rolling dice. That's all. I haven't done attack rolls a lot. That's all.
Since I am still holding it two-handed. 8 points of damage.
Ooh, very nice. Okay.
Nice. You're doing some serious chops.
Yeah.
And let's see, hold on. That's it for me right now.
Okay. Lieutenant Bera is next to act, sensing somebody making a move towards the princess. She's going to roll up, swing her little great sword twice. She's going to hit with one of them. Ooh, this girl's not messing around. You guys got lucky with your lieutenant. She's not fucking around. So she's going to hit the wizard once with one good slice. That's going to be it for her. The princess is still going to stay put. Despite her appearing to be a structural beam, you can hear like a whimpering and fear coming.
Does the wizard not take any damage?
He did.
It was just like, all right.
Yeah, he took 7 damage actually. From Lieutenant Bera. The princess is going to stay put. Kai is down, and with the new campaign, DM rolls death saves. Alright, that's it for Kai. It is now the terrorists, freedom fighters
Mystery.
turn.
Wait, what about me?
What? Oh, shit. Sorry, Seven, you were
Do I
before.
get
Yeah,
before them?
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he was
before
before my
You were
death save.
yeah.
He was before my death saving throw. Too.
Yeah, and you were before, actually, Lieutenant Bera. 7, go ahead.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost. I just knew I was before them. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't really turn off my thing without wasting my turn a little bit. So people are gonna get burned.
Sorry about this blood.
but it'll be good. It'll be good. Okay.
Well, you have a lot of movement. Remember that. You can move there and then move
Well,
back.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move into the room a little bit.
Okay.
I can't move my own character, so someone's
I
gonna
got
have to
you.
move me. If someone can move me just past the light, like right there. Cool. Now, I can attack at a range of. Oh, I probably don't. I don't even need to move in the room. I can attack at a range of 120 feet.
Yeah.
So
Jesus. You move
Eldritch
back.
Blast. It's about time for Eldritch Blast.
yes. I think because you guys, well, at least Amano's on this guy, and I would like to stay in range to keep burning that one guy,
Okay.
but not
So
burn
then
my
move like
allies.
this way.
Yeah.
So that way.
Just
Kai's
inside
not-
or just inside the door.
Yeah, just like in the back corner, yeah. So like, I want to keep him in the light, but I'm trying to not burn my allies because I'm not insane. I'm just
Yeah,
crazy.
there you go. Like I said, move him down towards
Yeah.
the furniture.
Okay.
and yeah, I'm just gonna, because light is exploding out of my face and my eyes and everything, and I'm just gonna be like, ah, and I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast at the wizard down the corridor, the one that they've been attacking.
Okay.
Come on, you motherfucker, come on!
This one, right?
Hey, 18 to hit.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay, here we go. This one. Oh, I've never rolled one of these before, actually. 6 points of damage. Force damage. But I get to add 3 because I'm using my oh wait, no, hold on. Let me just double check. Read what it says. Okay.
Yeah, you add +3. Yeah.
Yeah. So while I'm burning, all of my one attack per turn will do 3 extra radiant damage. So it's 6 force damage and 3 radiant damage. So 9 damage total to that boy.
A remarkable streak of light comes flying out of you and hits this wizard, singeing his robes and sending the body flying into the corner before beginning to smolder dead.
Yeah, I did something. And
I do want to say, I just want to make sure you had this correct. It's 1d10 plus 6 in that. Well, 1d10 plus 3 force and then the 3 radiant.
Yeah.
Awesome. I just thought I misunderstood what you said. I thought you weren't adding the +3.
No, that was
Okay.
included.
Sorry.
Damage roll was low. And then I'm going to, with my bonus action, I'm going to use 2 die and use more of my pool of healing light to heal poor Kai. There we go. Oh, that's good. And then one more. Hiya. Hey, that's 8 points of healing.
Hey, I'm like at full health.
Sorry, what?
Yes,
What was
being
that?
the wit.
I said, hey, I'm like at full health.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of funny, but
So,
probably also pretty true.
You're right.
8 points of healing
like-
to you.
I'm 2 points away from not being bloodied anymore.
Jesus.
I will say that.
And then 1 point radiant to me, 2 points radiant to the guy in the robe.
Okay. Got it. Okay. They continue to burn Kai up and Adam. I guess I don't need to ask you if you would like me to keep your death saving throw. It is now your turn.
Yay!
Kai,
Oh, look at that.
You want me to
I
keep this
healed
going
you
on
just
for
before
you?
your
Keep
turn.
this
I get
tab?
it.
Kai is thankful for Subject 7. He was not thinking the best of Subject 7 until this point, and now he's like, oh, hey, this guy's not too bad after all. And
And you
now,
look over at me, and I'm just screaming in agony as my face is burning and light is exploding out of me.
this guy is bloodied, right?
Yes.
He just took
Kai-
2 more points of radiant damage.
Kai is going to cast Toll the Dead again
Okay.
with the Dolores spells, and it's a 13 DC Wisdom saving throw.
They're gonna fail. It's a 2.
Yes!
Maybe this time I won't roll a 1 on damage. Let's see.
Don't do it!
Oh! This time, no kidding, I got a 12.
Okay.
So 12 necrotic damage. I am sucking the life out of this guy
Quite the
for
spread.
killing me.
All right.
Oh, you balanced that to
As this,
damage.
it's on the second bong, right? That's when the
Yeah, it's
when
like
when the good stuff
bong,
starts.
bong.
And as it does, you can see like it's stuck in a stiff breeze, like just the, as the reverberations from the sound of the bell, his body shakes in time, and it shakes and it shakes and it shakes to the point where it starts to just kind of crumble and fall dead.
Amano.
Akai will smile as his Toll the Dead actually worked this time instead of just doing 1 damage.
Amano.
Kai is going
Nice.
to kind of move behind Amano because he wants...
Oh, but you don't move into my range.
Yeah, you're gonna move into the light.
Oh, yeah.
You want to move the other way.
You can see the burning
There
light
you go.
coming out of me.
There you go. Move that way.
Kai is going to move
Hide behind
behind
the princess.
this illusion.
Very
They
good.
won't target him because until they confirm if it's an illusion or not, they think it's just a beam.
That's crying.
So he's hiding behind it.
Just
Kai,
coming
you're
out of the left
cold-blooded,
side
dog.
of the
You're
train.
cold-blooded. That's all I gotta say.
All right, Kai, this is way different from your turn of me making a death saving throw for you. So is that it for your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
That is it.
As the... Sorry, hold on. Okay. As this new wizard makes its way into the room, it's going to pause, kind of cup its ear, hear what sounds like sobbing from this beam that doesn't have a match on the other side of the train car. There you are, my child. Wiggle his fingers, cast Dispel Magic, exposing the princess to being sitting in a chair, all balled up and crying.
So I will say this: if it's hit with anything, Like anyone who sees a physical object interact with it should be able to tell it's an illusion. So if they try to attack the spot, for instance, everyone should be able to tell it's an illusion and will be able to see through it at that point.
Either way,
so they don't.
he just broke the illusion.
Yeah.
He just
They don't
wasted it.
necessarily have to cast Dispel Magic. I will take that.
Don't
as
tell
their
the bad guy that. You shush.
The assassin is going to make a
Hold on,
beeline
did he
for the
move?
princess. Yes, go
Yeah,
ahead and take your
that's
attack of
opportunity.
opportunity.
I was about to say, hold on now.
Got him in the butt.
Stab him in the cheek.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Slashes.
18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Damn, right in the cheek.
Not great. 6 damage.
Okay. You're going to take a big slash at him as he makes an absolute beeline for the newly located princess. He is going to reach out.
Does Vera
What's that? Oh.
take a swing at her?
Yeah, I guess she would. Damn, your girl is on fire, y'all.
That's right. Making sure my lieutenant does her work.
Drop my die. Not as much
stab him
damage
in the
this
shin.
time.
It's all right. She's still putting in work, dude.
She's kind of short, so it took like a big reach for her to swing at him. He's gonna start muttering the same incantation that the other assassins have, and put his hand on the princess's shoulder.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh wow, the princess is gonna pass, but
She's dead.
Still half damage. I don't know. She probably has more HP than I do. So
I blame everyone else.
yeah, the princess is not doing well.
If she dies, I'm out of here.
As she kind
You
of
jump off the lightning train?
She kind of crumples in her seat, seemingly weak, but still alive.
Okay. She made her save, so she took half damage, I assume. So she didn't take the biggest hit, but she probably didn't have a lot of
Manny,
hit
she
points.
also has 2 temporary HP as well.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. She ate a biscuit.
Okay.
So I don't.
She's
I
doing
don't know
slightly
if
better.
Yeah, that's what I say. She might be doing a smidgen.
Okay.
But a smidgen is still a smidgen.
The captain of the Swords of Liberty, sensing the princess in distress, is going to make a beeline past Vincent and Lieutenant Barra. Go ahead and make your attacks of opportunity, please.
Wait, they already did.
Yeah.
Oh,
only one per turn.
that's
They
right.
only get one.
So
And number per reaction.
they are going to make their way over to here. Captain Gunny.
The fuck? I fuck democracy.
This fucking sucks.
And
well, to be fair, she will be down, not necessarily dead.
No, I mean, if this guy hits her hard, she might just explode into gibbs. Okay.
he's actually going
I've
to
played ball
grab
with
her and pick her
Grab
up.
her.
Pick her up from her chair.
She's a princess, dog. She's more valuable than fucking alive than dead. She's not
And
stupid.
he's going to bring her back this way. So he has the
If
princess.
Kalroth was here,
He has the
he'd be
princess
screaming
grappled, kind of a distance from everybody. That is going to be his turn. The cultist went, or the assassin went, the wizard went, the captain went. So that is it for the monsters. Amano, it is you.
All right.
Get him, get him.
Captain.
I'm assuming I'm within 30 feet of him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The captain.
to the captain. Yeah, you'd get up. That would be your movement, but you'd get up on him.
Oh, I'd have to move to get there?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought you meant no. Within 30 feet, yes. To throw your knives,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. I throw the first knife at him. Got a 23 to hit.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's probably
Does
fine.
that count as a sneak attack? Because
You have an ally. 'cause-
he's not looking at me. He's within 5 feet of an ally.
Yes.
Well, the ally's incapacitated.
All right.
She's not incapacitated. She's grappled for the mechanical sense.
Bera and I are both within.
And I got 22 for the second to hit.
Okay.
So the first one is 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
The second one is 4 points of psychic damage.
Okay. All right. Gonna make him make a strength saving throw to see if he holds on to her. The psychic damage, and both of them, especially him kind of not sensing it coming, he's gonna drop the princess. She'll no longer be grappled. She's still conscious and everything, just low hit points. But he's going to drop her right there, so she'll no longer be grappled. Amano, what else you got?
I'm going to run up and kind of like jump onto the table here and then crouch down and get ready for next action time.
Okay. All right. Vincent, you are to go. The wizard right next to you is undamaged. The assassin that went after the princess. Was that?
Undamaged?
Yeah.
He hasn't been hit yet?
Mm-mm.
Jesus. Alright. Well, knowing the way shit works, Vincent will move towards this guy in an attempt to put himself between the princess and himself.
Okay.
And I will give him an old choppy chop. Ugh, not too great. That's a 16 to hit.
Yes, actually it does.
Alright. Ooh, alright. He takes another 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I will action surge.
Action surge.
And he will need to make a dex save for me as well.
$13?
That is the DC, so
Okay.
nothing happens. Well, he takes half damage, but hold on. Shit, he might as well take nothing. 4.
Okay. All right. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. 7. You are up.
Okay.
Shine bright like a diamond.
I'm gonna move closer because I don't want everyone to slip away without me. So I'm gonna move like, I guess as close as I can to Kai and Amano without burning them with my light.
Okay. Probably.
At least for now, I'm still deciding if I'm gonna turn it off. I might turn it off this turn.
That'd probably be right about here.
Okay. Okay, so I jump over those chairs, I get in the corner over there, and I think I'm just going to Eldritch Blast. But who do I hit? Has the assassin, the wizard and the assassin haven't been hurt yet, right?
The assassin has, the wizard has not, the captain of the Swords of Liberty has.
Okay. I'm going to attack... Oh. I don't know which one to attack. I'm gonna. Yeah, I will. I will actually. You know what? I will use guiding bolt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast guiding bolt
On.
at the commander
Okay.
guy, the more official looking guy. Ooh, 21 to hit.
Yes.
I rolled a 16. And then, so he's going to take 5d6 damage.
Ooh.
So give me 1 second, because I only have one set of dice. Ooh.
Please tell me it's at least double digits.
19 points of radiant damage.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled pretty good.
And keep in mind the next attack roll against it will have advantage too.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to hit him, because he's the it's 19 points of radiant damage, and whoever attacks him, or I don't know if it's every attack. Wait, let me just double check.
Just the next
just
one.
the next attack. So whoever makes the next attack against him gets advantage on their attack.
All right.
Because he is sparkling with radiant energy after I blasted him.
Okay.
Okay, and then I guess, because it doesn't seem to be of any use now, I'm just burning myself. I will use my bonus action to turn off radiant. Oh, hold on. Oh, add 3 more points of radiant damage because radiant consumption was on.
Okay.
And it works for attacks and spells. So I deal 3 extra radiant damage. So yeah, add 3.
Okay.
And maybe I should keep it on then. Yeah, I'll just stay out of range of my friends. I'm going to keep it on, and I will take the 1 point of radiant damage at the end of my turn. Let me check my bonus actions. Yeah, I'm not using that. Okay, cool. That's my turn.
Okay.
Let me just take 1 damage. Ow.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Barra
I'm kind of used to burning myself at this point.
is going to take her 2 chops at the wizard. Man, you guys got lucky. She's pulling her weight here.
It's the pink hair.
Yeah, she is.
Pink hair power.
She's going to take
Yep.
2 good slashes at the
3
wizard
damage though. That's the.
and scream about how His Majesty the King will not be deterred by terrorists. That's going to be it for her. The princess, having been dropped to the ground and seeing one of her sworn protectors right up against her fighting this large creature, she's going to look to Vincent. What should I do?
And I'm gonna just tell her just stay away and to, stay back as far as she can.
Okay. She's going to take a step back. The captain is going to take an opportunity attack. He's going to miss.
I was about to say, can I at least be there to intercept it if she?
Wow, he missed.
Yeah, he did miss. She just kind of slashed down as she kind of skittered off. All right, that's it for the princess.
The half-hearted attack.
Kai, back up to you.
Kai is going to move right over here. He doesn't want to be close to that guy. And he is going to cast Toll the Dead once again
Okay.
on the bandit. Is the bandit guy, is he bloodied?
Yes.
Kai's actually going to use another spell slot and cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
That has advantage on it if you want.
Well, no, it's an auto hit, so
Yeah.
there's no...
Well,
There's
that's what I'm
no
saying,
roll.
but then
Nope.
it'll just burn the advantage.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't work. It doesn't affect that.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah, because
No.
Because it's just an auto hit.
Yeah. It only affects the next attack roll. So since he's not making any roll.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So it'll be, well, that's a good start with a, so 2 force damage, 2 force damage, and 5 force damage. So in total, there's 9 force damage total.
Okay.
As Kai rolls out the spell script, and 3 beams of light go and hit the leader.
Okay.
Pew pew pew.
That'll be it for Kai's turn.
All right. The assassin is going to make its way towards the princess. It is, of course, going to cast Inflict Wounds
No.
on her.
Stop it.
What the fuck?
That's bad.
He's gonna die.
So he's definitely
You're
gonna
killing
Manny.
princesses.
he's definitely gonna hit her.
She's
Manny, you're killing a princess.
What the fuck is wrong with you? How could you do that?
Bro.
Oh my fuck.
So
Manny.
she is going to fall unconscious.
So she's gonna die.
So she is now
But
unconscious.
she survived the one.
Yeah, that's one too many.
Yeah.
That's
So
gonna be
she's
okay. And then
unconscious is better than nothing.
the captain is going to turn around and take a hack at Vincent.
Thought
Stop
I
it.
die, but I guess not.
Take a shot at Vincent with 2 scimitar attacks. 12 and a 14.
Nope.
Nope. He's gonna miss, having been rattled. That's it for okay. That's the assassin. That's the captain. The wizard.
No.
What's the wizard? Oh, look at next. What's the wizard gonna do? Spells are kind of weak. I didn't really have anything. Like, you know.
Spells are weak because he does 15 damage to our level 3 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he murders a princess.
Well, and
Kai
they
fell
downed
down in
the.
our first battle.
And he is going to try to cast Charm Person on Lieutenant
What?
Barra, who's right in front of him.
He's luckily a gnome.
And she's gonna fail.
Oh,
He has
jeez.
all the chance in the world as a gnome.
Charm Person. Okay. That is it for the monster's turn. Amano.
Fuck. Knife. Alright. I will throw a dagger into the back of the captain
Okay.
At advantage.
at advantage.
Yeah, you get advantage because he's sparkling from my attack.
Oh, nice. It's a crit.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh, I'm not.
Wait,
gonna fall for it.
and because it's at advantage, doesn't that mean you get sneak attack?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
Well, you get sneak attack anyways because Vincent is there.
Vincent's there, but yeah, I get a double sneak attack situation.
Woo!
A double confirmed. But anyway, it's a critical sneak attack. So 9 plus. Let's see.
If it's more than 10, you can stop.
Oh yeah, he's long gone then.
Okay.
Oh, Amano.
So the captain has been dispatched,
Yeah.
leaving just the wizard, the cultist, and the now downed princess.
Stop it.
I run over to the assassin
Okay?
that is right here. And I stab him as well. Nope. I swing at him, but I don't stab him.
All right. What else you got? That it?
That is it.
Okay. Vincent, next up. You have a wounded assassin and a doing pretty not too bad wizard.
Wait, Amano, did you miss?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's how it happens. You get a crit and then a whiff.
Yeah,
First off,
right?
I'm gonna move there.
Nature is
and
balanced.
then swing my sword.
You're fronting on him.
21
Yeah,
to
you're
hit.
hella
Yes.
fronting it.
And 10 points of damage.
Very nice. As Vincent gets close to the window and starts slashing, you suddenly remember in the midst of all of this that you are in a train hurtling through Breland at somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 to 90 miles an hour as the countryside just blows by you while you fight these terrorists. Vincent, what else?
That's it.
Okay, 7.
We would just throw these fuckers off of this train.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my blaster ready. I get my arm nice and charged up. Who should I shoot at? I'm gonna shoot at the mage, I think, because he casts Charm Person. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shoot the
Heal that
mage.
princess.
Hi-ya! Oh, come on. Well, that's a miss.
Okay?
Yeah. It's a 7.
Yeah.
It went on the 20 and then rolled off the 20. Fucking ridiculous. Anyways, I'm gonna reposition myself closer, maybe on the other side of the train.
Yeah.
And I will use the last of my healing on the princess.
Okay.
Wait a minute, she ain't out of the woods yet. There's still an assassin there.
Well, that's what's happening.
She might have one more death save too.
It hasn't been her turn yet. She hasn't made one.
See?
Well, she won't have to make one
Yeah,
because I heal her for 2.
we're supposed to be doing a good job, damn it.
You're asking a pirate how.
You hear healer for 2?
Just 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
she
rolled a 2.
kind of begins to move, but not too well or too vigorously. That's it for 7. Lieutenant Barra
Oh, and I take 1 point of damage.
is currently charmed.
Didn't he take damage?
Do anything harmful to it. Okay. It did not take damage.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it didn't take damage. I missed.
everybody missed.
No, oh yeah, that's right. Kai did miss. That's right.
So what can she...
No, I think Kai blasted the other guy, and then Amano finished him off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was talking about subject 7 missing. Yeah.
So I missed.
Lieutenant Barrow can still doesn't. She just can't attack the wizard. She's gonna move over, attack the assassin. She's gonna crit on one and roll 4 on another, so it'll be like she hit with both. Yeah, not so bad. Actually, having been charmed by the wizard and moving away from him, sensing and taking her job very seriously, she's going to roll over to this assassin and just literally cut him down at the knee, slash, killing him, leaving just the wizard remaining. The princess on her turn is going to just absolutely take off this way. Let's go ahead and get rid of that because she's not dead no more.
Attack of opportunity on. No, I'm just kidding.
Where are you going, Slash?
Just
all
fucking
right.
bite the princess.
That's it. Lieutenant Barra, the princess. All right, Kai, back up to you. Just the wizard remains.
Get him!
Get a bite of.
Has the wizard been damaged, or?
It has, just not very much.
Oh, it has.
Awesome. So, Kai will go with Toll the Dead. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw as the bells start ringing.
Bing, bang, bing, bang.
It's going to be a 9.
Yes. So
Lay it in there.
that is 4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, hey.
And
It's called whittling him down.
Kai is going to be behind all these guys so that, half cover and everything in case he gets attacked. He doesn't want to get attacked again, so that's it for a start.
Alright. The wizard, sensing a bit of trouble, is going to begin making gestures, and out from their arm is going to become a spiritual weapon
Oh.
that they are going to attack. Where's my owlbear? Who's nearby? It's going to be Lieutenant Barra.
Yeah, it's her turn to get hit in the face.
Hit.
Sorry, Barra.
And then she's going to take 8 points of damage as the spiritual weapon slashes at her. That's the only monster left. All right, Amano, it is to you. Just the wizard remains.
Just the whiz. I'll roll up on him and start the slashing process.
Okay?
So that is a 17,
Yep.
Nice.
and that is an 18.
Nice.
Yes, both of them.
Sweet. Butt cutting. Or brain cutting, I guess. So 8 points of damage from the first one,
Okay?
and 5 points of damage from the second one.
All right. Cool. Is that it?
1 second, let me double check. It's an action, not a. Okay, that is it.
All right. As Amano hits this wizard, these once seemingly powerful terrorists have been reduced to their last man, who seems to be swaying, so committed to his cause that it does appear, despite his better judgment and his obviously learned nature as a wizard, that he's going to fight this to the end. Vincent.
I will go ahead and move my way back towards him.
Okay.
And sorry.
18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 8 points of damage.
Okay. The wizard stands there, bloodied, looks Vincent in the eye. Your king, his reign is nearly over. This nation shall return to its people, and the swords of liberty will make sure that every citizen of Breland has a voice. That's going to be it for Vincent. 7.
I'll keep doing the same thing. I'm gonna go to the other side of the cart to try and get a nice clean shot
Okay.
without burning anybody. And I'm gonna fucking blast him with that Eldritch Radiant awesomeness. Here
Okay.
we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh man, believe in the heart of the dice. Okay, right? Yes. 20 to hit.
Yes.
Bam.
Where's my
Bam.
D10? Oh boy, here we go. 12 total points of damage. 9 force, 3 radiance.
What does your Eldritch Blast looks like as you dispatch
It's
this
like
final
gold.
member of the Swords of Liberty?
Yeah, I go, watch out, and it's sort of like a golden radiant energy blasts out from my hand, slams into him. Since most of it is force, it just slams him in the chest. He hits the wall and just crumples to the ground.
As the wizard falls dead, Lieutenant Bearer's first order of business is to check on the princess. Make sure.
I'm gonna use to finish my turn. I'll use my bonus action to turn off radiant consumption.
Okay. She's gonna check on the princess. Order you to search the other train cars to make sure that there are no more Swords of Liberty members. And as she gives the command, the train is going to jostle severely one more time.
Oh, great.
And that's where we will end it for tonight. We went a little long, so...
yeah.
All right.
Wow.
So, she's still alive, so good job there. Your subject is not dead, so, it might not get a bonus, but you did the job.
Is she dead?
Oh boy, what a first session.
So yeah,
stakes are high, boys.
We will.
Well, here's the thing. I went from playing a super tanky character to playing the most fragile character, so I just got to get used to it.
We're also low level.
Yes,
yeah.
Which is the other thing. Which is also why
why
your lieutenant was here too, because just to be there, and she carried her weight. All right,
yeah.
So that is our first episode of our brand new campaign in the books. We will leave the party, the members of the Shields of the King, in protective service of the Princess From, escorting her from Thrain back to the family estate in Rote. Like I said, first half a little slow, second half picking up. Politics, assassins, democracy, the 9. Real quick, let us hear from our amazing cast. We'll do a little business, and then we will get out of here because it's late. We've gone really long. Thank you for everybody sticking around. Let us start with Vincent. What do you think about the military so far? I think... You muted again?
We can't hear you.
Alright, so Vincent doesn't like this military. Military service is nothing he's, not accustomed to growing up in his life. Not what he expected as far as his first official mission with this military. So, just hoping he does his best. That's really what it comes down to. He's not one of the people that likes to disappoint anybody, down to the littlest thing.
Awesome. All right, 7. How's your first day in the army going, son?
This is like every day I've ever experienced. Just death and danger everywhere I go. But I'm going to loot the bodies. Remember this. I'm looting the bodies. Make a note of it, DM.
I got it. I am.
Yes.
Not all of them.
I would.
Some
I
of those
would
bodies are mine.
Search for anything of value to potentially use. But no, my whole life has been in the military, so I'm somewhat familiar with stuff like this.
Awesome. All right. Kai, we had somebody go down in the first episode. Did anybody go down? Yeah, but not to the end, right? Of Rhyme, before somebody finally went down?
So, Oren went down once because a giant critical hit
That's
him.
right. That's right. Outside of the cabin.
Yeah. And I think that's the only time Oren went down was that because of the critical hit.
I failed a bunch of saves.
Yeah, that was at the end too.
Yeah.
Didn't we all go down at some point?
Yes.
Julie definitely did not. Yeah, no.
Didn't we?
No.
Oh.
Couldn't keep up with the damage. I couldn't keep up with the damage for him. So Kai, what'd you think? How's the military going? You good?
So Kai, it is what he expected. For the particularly observant, you will have probably noticed Kai had some sort of sorrow as he took down the or what were they called?
Swords of Liberty.
Swords of Liberty. Because he truly understands what they fight for, and didn't feel like 100% correct in taking them down. But at the same time, he's got a job to do, and it's him or them, so he's choosing himself.
All right.
So it's what he expected, but it's still not easy to. It's different thinking about it rather than doing it. Yeah.
And Amano, how was this versus being a dread pirate?
Well, Tenta was nervous, but Amano had a blast. And she's currently going around and draining whoever's left on the ground right now.
Okay.
So she had a blast. This is what the fun parts of being a pirate looks like.
Looting bodies and killing people. Awesome. While on something that's moving. So hey, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm at home here.
All right. All right, so that's our amazing cast. Like I said, I'm sorry we ran a little long. That combat thing was just weird. It's first episode. We will, it's thanks to everybody who watched tonight. Thank you to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 new followers. The Stormy Bob, Dejin17, Webhead 327529, and Battle the Link 484, Damon Lee 66, Fandrill, and Unlike Hades 547. Thank you for the follows. Hey Wilson, thank you once again for the sub. Lou, once again, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. I've been Manny at GrowedUpGeek on your social medias. Thank you for joining us tonight for our first episode. We, of course, will be back every Tuesday, 7 p.m., hopefully without bandwidth issues, next week for episode 2. No Wednesday shows until December 1st. We're taking a little time off from One Shot Wednesdays before we come back with the final 3 episodes of that series, December 1st, 8th, and 15th. We'll be doing level 21 shots, our last 3 episodes, with the 8th and the 15th being a 2-part narrative. That will be the series finale for that show, and in a couple weeks we will have an announcement to what will be following One Shot Wednesdays on Wednesday nights. To everybody who tuned in tonight for our first premiere episode, thank you so much. I had an absolute blast. I was nervous as shit all day. I hope you guys all had fun. I hope everybody who watched had a good time, got a little bit of a feel for Eberron and what this campaign is going to be about. So, no show tomorrow. We will see everybody back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. for episode 2 of Eberron Tranquility's Twilight. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.